In here, we pour whiskey, 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 whiskey.
You were that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
You owe me $5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Gingers? Oh, hell no.
This whiskey is excellent.
Ginger. I like gingers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Whiskey Ginger. My guest today is one of my favorite people on earth. I say that for all my guests, but I mean it once again today. It's John Stamos. And a little bit of Yannis Pappas.
Another Greek. It's John Stamos and another Greek.
I feel
And
like
another beautiful
It's a Greek takeover for Greek Easter. This is the weekend.
It's
It's
true.
Greek
I-
Easter.
Greaster.
I texted him yesterday and I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "Oh, I'm having breakfast with Santino. Then I'm doing his podcast." I go, "Can I come?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like an idiot.
please.
And here I am, like crashing your shit.
Well,
No, you're not crashing.
The breakfast with Santino didn't happen. I was sitting in traffic for the breakfast.
But
He ate
nobody
alone.
texted me, so I'm over at this restaurant by myself, like a fool with a
That
big
was
hat on.
deliberate, though.
Well, here's the thing. We just wanted to tell you we were having breakfast, so
Right.
then John Stamos would be on the street asking women for addresses,
I did.
which is pretty
Yeah, you
fun.
had let a little sweet lady from
Yeah.
the nail store lead
Yeah.
you down this
Yeah.
path, huh?
We
Yeah.
recorded it. We recorded it,
we
and
can
we're
put it
putting it
on.
out, especially the conversation we just had about Israel and Palestine. We're putting
Yeah, dude, that one we got to talk
that out.
about,
John
actually.
Stamos on Israel and Palestine.
You know, he's moving to Iran, which I thought was interesting.
I thought that was a weird move for him.
That's just the
Yeah.
street. It's in Studio
Oh,
City.
is that Iran in Studio City? Oh, right. Iran
Yeah.
Boulevard.
Yeah, Stamos calls me up. He goes, I'm looking at a villa in Iran. And I'm like, what's going on? He's like, it's just, I got to change things up.
Disregard anything these
I got to
fucking
switch it up,
hacky
baby.
comics are saying
look,
right
the,
now.
the beachfront properties in Iran are
Gorgeous.
They're gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
They are gorgeous.
Understated.
Yeah, they
Very
are. Really,
understated.
it's an up and coming place.
It really
It
is.
really is an up and coming place.
I
yeah.
went into the mall yesterday because I wanted to get new cologne.
Get
and,
out.
And the guy
You're a
that's
cologne guy?
I'm a cologne
Seriously?
guy. I like cologne. I like a little bit of smell good.
You are
What
a cologne?
kind of cologne did you?
You don't like cologne? You
I don't
wear...
like you now.
Oh, get out!
That
You don't wear
changes
cologne
everything.
at all.
No, I don't. I'm straight body odor. I'm natural.
You wear cologne. I know you wear
No,
something.
I did when I was a kid. I used to borrow my dad's Aramis.
Oh,
But
Aramis.
I don't, and also his members only jacket.
Yes.
But I don't do
Sexy.
either of those things anymore.
No cologne at all.
No, never.
What
you
do
get
you?
the smell of the hair product, right? That's enough.
No, I don't have. A smell.
You can't have 3 different smells coming off you. If you have
Yeah,
hair
when you got
product-
lettuce like that.
What
Well, see,
kind?
that's the thing is I don't put like hair product. I don't use smell good body. I use unscented everything because I have
except for
sensitive
the
little
cologne.
skin.
Right.
What kind of
you
cologne
do it.
is
You're
it?
a sensitive little
What does it
fucking
smell like?
redhead.
Let's smell him.
It's called the brand that makes it's
You're
called
close.
Le Labo. It's a ripoff. You know these guys.
No.
It's disgusting.
I don't.
How do you do in the sun? You got to go out in like a beekeeper outfit to protect yourself from cancer.
This guy.
It's
huh?
just the only
Give
superior
him a Joe
thing that-
Rogan. Is that a joke? Is it funny?
Is that a joke? Yeah, you think that's funny?
Yeah, what do you mean
What
by
do you
that,
mean, man?
No
What's
jokes
that?
on
What are you
the
talking about,
podcast.
man?
Beekeepers. You know, the thing is, you can
Here's
eat,
what I do with
you
the
can
sun.
eat beekeeper. At a certain temperature, you can eat these. You just got to pull up the stingers, man.
Pull that up.
Yeah.
I can't be out in the sun. I'm not allowed out in the sun. But you know what? I go out. I put on a little bit of sunscreen. You know, I'm
is
fine. I can't go to the
fascinating,
beach. What do you go to the beach? No. Yeah.
I'll tell you. I can say this now. I years ago, I was on. I think it was. I met him a couple times, and I got a call one day. Hey, hi, John. You want to go to the beach? I'm like, who is this? Paul.
The Beach Boys.
Paul who? Paul Rubens. No, I don't want to go to the beach.
Paul Rubens with Pee Wee Herman?
Yeah.
Whoa,
Hi,
you
you want to
should've
go to the
gone.
beach?
You should
I'm
have
like,
gone, man.
Take out your penis, huh?
but who invites someone to the beach? It's so weird.
But Paul Rubens, I would have gone just for the story.
Yeah, I wasn't hip enough then. I was like,
He got clipped in the weirdest way. Young people don't know who that is. Pee Wee Herman. I mean, they may know who that is, but he got in trouble for lewd and lascivious
off on
acts inside of a pornography
It
theater.
just lets you know how far we've come. That was a big controversy then. Like,
Yeah, he jerked
if
off
that
inside
happened
of
now,
a
I'd be
porno
like, there was
theater.
no kids in the theater.
Yeah.
He's cool. He's fine.
But that's only
Yeah.
because the media was starting to get a hold of stuff. I watched that documentary over the weekend. I've talked to
one?
everyone about it. The Rock Hudson one. This guy is so funny. He didn't work at all on trying to hide his sexuality. Everyone
everyone else
around
kept
him
it
did.
down,
That's what I thought was fascinating. He couldn't care less. He'd go out in West Hollywood. They'd be like, hey, do you want us to keep it low key? He's like, I don't give a shit. Get everyone back to the house.
Yeah.
And they called it the castle. He would round up dudes. They'd go to the castle. He'd have these massive orgies. And then his team would work day in and day out on trying to cover up for all this stuff. And I thought, that's what agents and managers are for.
That's the old
That's what they
Hollywood
should
right
have
there.
fucking
Yeah,
been
that's-
doing.
They're making your 10%.
Well, now their keyboard guy,
Yeah.
they just send an email and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm exhausted. They
Yeah,
don't do shit.
They go, do you want me to book the hotel?
Yeah.
It's like, it's a click away.
That's
I
it.
don't, no.
No, they used to have to work around the clock to cover up for for Rock Hudson because I guess he was so couldn't care less.
Right.
What about Cary Grant? You know, was
Cary Grant was gay too.
He was gay too?
yeah, bisexual, I think.
Yeah.
No,
Sexual
there's,
penis.
there's no
yeah,
such
yeah.
thing.
And look, there's pictures of him and it's a great story. There's a cowboy. What was his name? Randolph Scott. And they're cooking and they're swimming in their little house and they're up in the house.
Really?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
See, I just think I think
Excuse me.
it's not. I don't believe this. Do you believe in this? When it's like, there's guys that make this joke that's like, oh, you get laid so much, you have so many chicks, and then you just switch to guys.
Well, let's ask an expert.
Come on, man. Did you ever want to switch?
No.
I understand
See,
it.
I don't
I
buy
understand it.
You do. I don't buy it.
understand it. I understand it. Because you just get bored, right? At a certain point, you'd be like,
No.
no.
I mean, never in a million. I would never get bored of it.
But I know
just don't.
somebody, I'm not going to say who I think is who you're talking about. I mean,
have to
it
guess.
has that characteristic.
We have to say it, and we'll say it on three.
I'm not
One,
gonna-
two, three. Will Smith.
Andrew Santino.
Oh, me? Oh my God, this went awry. I had no idea.
But wait, before we go too far, I wanted to say I didn't really know him, but Pee Wee Herman was a good guy, like a great.
Paul
people
Rubens was a
loved-
good dude.
Yeah, people loved him. I wasn't.
I mean, I thought he was a genius. When I remember watching that movie, thinking how talented and funny I think he was. Because my mom and I will have the same sense of humor.
Yeah.
And we'll share lines from my childhood films that I loved.
Does she just have an Asian person she walks around with and yells at too?
Yeah, a little fat Asian woman. My mom has a little fat Asian woman.
That would be funny. It was like,
She loves, so she'll say to me all the time on the phone, obviously because my name is Andrew, she'll go, Andy. Do you know when from Pee Wee Herman?
Yeah.
Andy.
I
That
thought
big
it was-
truck driver. But we love that movie because you could tell he was doing almost all of it. I don't care what was scripted. He was doing all of it. You could tell it was him.
yeah. I mean, just being like a New Yorker with a little street smarts, watching that show, I had a suspicion that he at least jerked off in movie theaters.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
fine. I'm
Yeah,
okay with
that's-
that.
I'm fine with that,
If it's a
dude.
movie theater, that's what
Alone
it's
jerking
for.
off in a movie theater.
Right. He wasn't at
and-
Moana. He was at a porno theater.
Yeah, I mean, but that was a scandal. Like, what was it? The '90s that came out. That came out in the '90s.
Early
I think.
90s, I
Yeah,
feel like,
yeah.
right?
That,
Yeah.
that wouldn't be a scandal now.
And it was a straight
No.
one too,
No.
right? It wasn't like a gay.
No, it was
thing or
totally
something.
just like
It was a porno
Yeah.
theater. It was
Yeah.
made for. I don't even understand. I feel like they should. If you're not jerking off, like this guy's insane. Get this
Yeah,
guy
what's he
out
doing?
of here.
that would be the guy
What's
you'd want
wrong
to
with
watch.
that guy?
Well,
Just
who's a
sitting there-
psychopath that came
Well,
into a
just 'cause
porno
he's-
theater
in a
and
suit?
didn't make a guy mop up his cum? By the way, is there a
guess-
worse job than that? The
That's
guy
not a
that
good
comes out with
job.
the
cleanup crew?
Yeah, the cleanup crew. Yeah, yeah.
What's the worst job you ever had?
I think that might be it.
You had that job?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that was
No.
my job.
Yeah.
Get out.
That was
What-
my
Like
job.
Salt Lick? Would you go in there and
No,
get it
you
up with
didn't.
your
Yeah, it's at
Lick?
Tim Dillon's house, and that's how I make a little side money right now.
Hey, can I tell you guys? First of all, I love you both.
We love
I
you.
love you too.
I really had such a great time last time I was here with you, Andrew, and
Yeah, it was wonderful.
We texted a few times.
It's
and
because of
Prince.
you. I have no more will to make it any farther in this business.
What?
Because just being friends with him, I'm friends with Stamos.
No, that's bullshit.
That's
and
it.
I
I'm
always say
done.
that-
I made it to the top.
I asked-
you
I'm friends
did-
with Santino and Stamos.
I
I'm
asked-
good.
This
I'm
is-
fucking good,
All
dude.
right.
I'm
I
fucking
asked
good. I don't want any
every-
more. I don't want any more of your fucking satanic sex parties. I want out of this town. I don't want the
asked
traffic. I don't
every-
want the sex.
I ask every podcast person, every smart comic, like why he's gonna. Why is he not bigger?
He
and
is
they all
bigger.
say he will be. He's
I'm
going.
alienating.
Whitney said the best thing. She said, "Look at the. He's a great fucking comic. The audience will come around and
Well,
discover
let's
him
not
to a
listen to that pharmacy, but I do agree with the comments.
But I want to say that, and then also, like comedy. I'm getting ready to do. I got to tell you guys off. I got to tell you guys off the thing, but I'm getting ready to do this comedy themed podcast, and I never wanted to do a podcast, but it's not what you guys do because you're brilliant. But it's a study on comedy, but also like the boom now is incredible, right? Are you
Yeah.
guys just cashing it in, and people just why?
Well,
I think
are
I
you
know why,
guys?
but talk about
Well,
it.
guy
I
is-
will say this.
I'm doing okay.
I do think the boom is. I'm not. I hate
ahead.
to do this,
Go ahead.
but right before COVID, I've told this story. I remember it was like another little comedy boom was happening, and I was like, Jesus Christ! And Burr walked into the green room of the Comedy Store, and I'll never forget. We're sitting on the couch in the main room, green room, and that night it was like Russell Peters, who always drives like really fancy cars, Martin Lawrence was coming around with an entourage, like all these like big famous guys were coming around, and the parking lot was filled with like really, really fancy cars. And Burr goes in and he goes, dude, you seen what's going on in the fucking parking lot? And I was like, what? He goes, they're going to fucking audit us. They're going to know. They're going to find out that we're scamming everybody. And I remember walking out and seeing like, it was like a Bentley, a Ferrari, all this stuff, because all these big dudes were driving, you know, like Kevin Hart had been there.
Yeah.
And I thought, damn, something's got to bubble over.
Comedy's gotten weird because comedians are like rock stars now.
Some of them.
And it kind of runs antithetical to what a comedian is.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird.
Well, which happened before, right? Like if you're a fan of the old days too, is like they made out some of those other guys to be rock stars. What like Kinnison became rock starish.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like they put him on this like
Yeah, Eddie Murphy came out in like the leather
rock
outfits.
star. Yeah. So it
rock
happened
stars.
before
It
too. It just
But what's
it
the
looked different.
What's the theory on like once they become so rich and stuff, they stop being funny and stop relating to? You know,
I think
the
that's
real
true.
world.
To a
Well,
certain
the only reason I
extent.
don't
It's
think
tough.
the only reason I don't think that's true is if you surround yourself with people who keep you at bay. Sandler's still funny as fuck, and he's got more money than
point.
God. And
Yeah,
I've seen
yeah,
him
yeah.
live, and that dude not only is a good dude,
Yeah, he's a
a
good dude,
fucking hysterical dude, and keeps people around him that don't blow him all day and be like, "You're the greatest at." No, he keeps friends around.
He's working on a sequel to his Hanukkah song.
Is he
It's
really?
going to be different this time, yeah.
Hey, what is it?
It's like, pull out your harmonica, don't hate all of us.
He's gotta switch that song.
Separate the
Yeah,
people from
yeah,
the government.
Yeah, I mean, dude, on Christmas, the Chinese restaurants are just empty now. They're all ordering seamless. They don't want to go outside.
You can't be seen in it.
They're like, just,
Can you get
they're all
duck, can you
editing
get
their
duck on Uber Eats? Can
they're
I get
editing their Wikipedia pages.
But is it
The early life? It's like wasp in German.
a Butzippy?
Yeah,
Is
my name
there,
used to be Weinstein. Now it's Wine.
But I will say this: he's one of those guys. There is a
Sanders.
few guys like him that have got very, very rich and successful, still extremely talented and funny, and I do believe that's the key.
His special was so fucking good where he did
Oh
music
man,
and the
he made me
thing, and
cry
I
at the
couldn't-
end.
Yeah,
With
he
the
was-
Farley shit made me cry.
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
saw
the
him.
Farley shit was great.
He was so cool to us. We were in Detroit. He was playing where the Red Wings play. We were playing a theater, and he was like,
Was that with Binder and
Binder was there. Binder was on that
and,
show. Yeah,
and Dave Coulier
yeah.
showed up.
And he was like, "Come backstage and come watch the show."
Yeah.
And I just was like, "This is exactly what I want to be."
He
Like,
came to a Beach Boys
I want
show
that.
one night with his family, and I said, "What are you doing here?" I didn't even know. He said, "We just looked. We always danced to Beach Boys in our kitchen, me and my daughters, my wife, and we just looked. It's like, when are the Beach Boys? Oh, there they are." And he just showed up at this thing.
Did you ask him to play with you guys?
I asked him to come sit, and he didn't. And I remember I was so embarrassed because I was running across the stage, I was trying to do extra shit, and I tripped on a chord or some shit, and I landed on my guitar, and I slid all the way across the stage, and I got up. I'm okay.
And everybody claps. Me and you do that, it ends our career.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Loser falls face first on stage.
He came
does it. They're like, John
backstage.
Stamos slid into
Yeah.
fucking rock stardom.
He's like you're like the star of that show now. I mean, I saw you at Carnegie. Thank you for the tickets. He was with the Beach Boys. I went with my wife.
Yeah.
One time I called you from stage.
The audience was a little older now, which is fun and interesting. Like,
not at
when the hits
Stagecoach,
came up,
man.
like me and my wife were the only ones who could stand up.
Yeah.
That has to be so wheelchair accessible, that show.
Hey, look, if you want to,
It's all ramps.
If you got bad seats and you want a great view, it's a good concert to go
Hey,
to.
fuck
'cause
you.
when
You want to
stand
see
up, it's just
80,000
nobody's
people
up.
at Stagecoach the other day. It was
80,000 at
It was
Stagecoach.
It was a religious experience. I mean, it was so beautiful to see an audience realize what I feel about that music.
Yeah.
It was as though that music was written for that moment that day, and
Right.
it just lifted. And you know, there's different people from all walks of life there, but a lot of younger people, cowboys and things, and it just was like everybody be totally united with. Wouldn't it be nice? Fun, good vibrations, positivity, optimism. Kennedy,
Kennedy.
cowboy.
That was a
hats.
good time.
Yeah.
It's over.
Well,
yeah, it's so far
the
gone.
the innocent America's over.
Why do you think their music struck a chord so much? What is that? What do you think it was? Like, you can't. I know it's hard to pinpoint it, but when somebody says the Beatles, I go, I think I get it because it was so different, and they were so young, and they were like talking to young people.
Right.
Were the Beach Boys the same way? Were they talking to young people, or what was? Why did they strike a chord so heavily with American people?
The Beatles, you know, you had to think a little bit. It was really, really
Yeah, it's
groundbreaking
like, is this
stuff.
about LSD? Is Paul dead?
Right,
But I mean,
right.
but it was
Who is
more
the
of a-
walrus?
Yeah, who's the walrus?
Now the Beach
were
Boys,
just like, wouldn't it be nice?
bypasses the brain and goes straight to the heart, and that's why you see 9-year-olds and 9-year-olds,
That's a
And
beautiful way to say it. Bypass the brain, goes right to the heart.
does.
That's not the first time he said that.
Second.
This is about the.
I did say it on.
Just let him fucking have it, will you?
No, don't.
Yeah.
You say quotes all the time.
I know that wasn't off the head. I know
You
he
say
had,
quotes all the time, and I don't give you shit. You go from the river to the sea. You say that all the time.
I'm.
Well, that's why I'm here. I'm here for the UCLA protest.
guys are brilliant.
That's where I'm staying, actually.
Yeah, at UCLA.
I'm
Are you
staying at
staying
a
there?
tent on the UCLA
I'm
campus.
I'm at John Wooden Hall. Let's be real for a second so people understand. We have to joke about it because it's fucking insane. Okay.
Well, it's also our
Sorry.
job, Rogan.
Well,
Yeah.
Oh, no, don't
Sorry, we
edit
have to
that
joke
out.
about it.
In here, we pour whiskey.
Sorry, I was just checking out my shirt here. It's from TWILLORY. You don't know what TWILLORY is? Come on, man. Wake up. TWILLORY is a menswear company available online with great products for quality fit on top of their performance and functionality. That's the best part. Their polos are probably my favorite, but I do love these as well. I love their button-ups because they're stretchy, which is big for me because some days on the golf course I eat one too many glizzies, too many dogs, and I get a little puffy in the middle. We all get a little puffy in the middle because we're having a lot of fun, and there's nothing wrong with that. But TWILLORY makes these great, comfortable performance shirts, whether they're polos or button-downs. They have a wide array of comfortable, wonderful clothing that fits and looks as high-end without that price point that you're scared of. You're not going to pay a ton of money like all these new companies that are emerging that are overcharging you for shirts. TWILLORY is well-priced and also well-manufactured, you can tell. They don't wrinkle. They got tons of stretch on them. They keep you very comfy. So if you're throwing this in a suitcase to go out after you go golfing or after a work meeting or something like that, they're also machine washable, so no need to take them to the dry cleaners. You don't got to do that whole dance and get overcharged at a dry cleaner. TWILLORY makes such comfortable clothing. You got to try it out, whether you're outside playing around with the boys or you're taking someone you enjoy out to dinner. Right now, TWILLORY is offering my listeners $18 off a $139 purchase. Go to twillery.com and use my code whiskey18 to save on $18 off a minimum $139 order today. That is TWILLORY, TWILLORY, twillery.com. Use that code whiskey18 to save today for first-time customers only.
Ginger. I like gingers.
Yeah, but here's part of the comedy. Back to what people are filling stadiums for you guys is that I think people are tired of the woke stuff, right? I mean, people are tired of being so PC. And
I just think people are tired of being told of what they should like. Yeah. I feel like that's the version that I really buy into because the woke or whatever, the cancel, whatever you want to call it. I don't really buy into that as much as I buy into people don't want to be told what to like.
Right.
That's it. They just want to like what they like and not be afraid of liking stuff.
That's a great
And
point.
the same people that like us may not like someone else, and some people might be like, I can't stand the way that they do comedy or you do this. That's fine, but you shouldn't be afraid to like what you like. That's kind of the. By the way, irony.
That's a great way to put it.
Well, the irony of it is staggering. They want you to not be upset at their lifestyle choices, and you're like, I'm not.
Yeah.
Then you can't get mad at other people for liking shit that you don't like.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't give a fuck if you paint your nails. I don't care what kind of lifestyle you live.
Just don't bring it into your home.
Just don't live on my block.
Yeah, just keep it out of my
No, but
neighborhood.
don't get mad when other people don't like the things that you like. That's
Right.
fine.
Right.
You can't shut it down. Just let it exist without you.
Right.
Getting back to the Beatles, let it be.
Yeah, let it be.
But you know, that's why you'll never see me say anything political. You should do this. You should vote for this.
In public, but in private, you should hear what this guy's
No,
got
but
to
It's
say.
unbelievable.
Jesus
At a
Christ,
dinner
he
party
fucking
with
came here
him,
and
people know
unloads.
where I stand. But you know what I mean?
Especially
Like, that's the thing. People don't want to hear celebrities telling them
anything.
You're right.
Anything.
You're right.
Except for something fun or anecdotal.
That's right.
and that's okay.
They want to hear you go, you know what they want to hear? They want to hear you have an exchange about Adam Sandler coming to see you in the Beast. But that's delightful and fun.
Yeah.
Well, because also I don't want to hear, look, I said this the other day to a friend of mine. This is interesting. My parents are very good. One of our best friends, their son and I are best friends. And his parents were more traditionally further left.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And my parents were not that far left. And they got along our whole lives. And
Were
never.
your parents but Democrats?
No, I would say my parents were closer to being conservative, if anything. If
Remember
they were
January
anything.
6th?
Yeah. That was my dad. The
Parents
guy with the
organized
bullhorn,
it.
that was my father.
No, they organized it.
Yeah, well-
they were a little higher ranks than
Well,
that
our
guy.
company organized it. Yeah.
That was red hair and not blood.
Yeah, red hair. It was called the Red Herring
No,
Organization.
but back then it wasn't a big deal. I mean,
No,
my
but you
parents
just
were the same
didn't, you
thing.
didn't
parents were
impede on
Republican,
other
yeah.
people's shit. If you were a Democrat and they were Republican, we still had dinner together.
Yeah.
Now it's like, fuck that. It
I
doesn't.
think my dad switched from Republican to Democrat like 18 times.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
you
he
gotta
had his
keep
own
flip-flopping.
business. He didn't. He was like, I don't know, whatever's better for this networking.
What's gonna
party.
save me money?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's just like he was. He had his own private practice, and you didn't judge. You didn't filter your friends based on their politics
beliefs.
back then at all. That generation didn't do that at all.
No,
Yeah.
no. It's
It's
Yeah.
different now because
It's
certain
very
parties
different now.
stand
well,
for
it's
certain things, right?
it's doing something to our business for sure. I think that's a big. There's
What?
they've let the business be overtaken by political ideologies infusing themselves into the business when we could just make fun stupid shit and not care.
But
That
I'm
could be the
so
best part.
I'm so sick of hearing woke. I'm so sick of wokeness. I'm sick of the anti woke now.
No, I'm more annoyed by anti woke.
Yeah,
than I am.
anti
by
woke
far.
is. I'm just. Yeah.
Who started that woke?
The word woke?
Yeah.
It was a black word originally, like stay woke.
Another thing we
And
stole.
then-
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Music.
for sure.
We gentrified even their language.
Oh, no,
even
that's
their
for sure. No. Black people are so cool that not only we steal all that, then people started stealing their struggle. Which
Right.
is interesting. Like I'm South Asian. I'm only the star of a movie. There's a cartoon that hurts my feelings. You're like, oh yeah, I know what's going on here. They're stealing their struggle
I
too.
see this.
I see what's
I see
going
this.
on. I see you wearing those fly Jordans, and now also slavery for you. Oh, there was a cartoon that hurt my feelings. I know it was just like slavery. I think it was a little bit of that too.
Yeah,
you know,
it was.
It's like now now it's like everyone was like just had the black struggle. It's like, you know.
Yeah, well, you in
everyone.
particular though.
Me,
You've
me
told
in
me
particular,
that.
I've had a tough struggle. Yeah.
You got beat as a kid or no?
A little bit. Yeah.
Did you get beat as a kid? Is that a
No,
Greek
he
thing?
had a fucking beautiful childhood. His parents were beautiful. There's
Oh,
nothing
beat by
wrong
my
with
parents.
him.
No.
He was
You-
born
but-
with talent and a face.
but do
and
Greeks
he's a
beat their
rock star
kids?
and he's funny and he can act. I mean, something's wrong. What
No,
is it?
well,
do
you
you
know
at
what
least
it
have a
is.
fungal infection? Is there anything negative
I don't
about
have a
your
belly
living?
button. I have a fucked up belly button, and then I got it fixed, and now I don't have one.
What was it, an innie or an Audi? I mean,
yeah, baby.
you had an Audi and you got it pushed in.
Yeah. Wait, I was gonna.
That's
ask
the
you
most
this.
controversial
what's
Hollywood
amazing,
surgery
dude?
of all
You
time.
meet Stamos and you think it's good. Like you think like it's got to be a dark side. I haven't seen it yet.
Well, I'm sure.
He's
I'm
made
sure-
videos for my cousin who's unfortunately ill. He's helped her get like he just is a nice guy too. On top,
We're gonna
of it.
find
Isn't
out.
that fucking
Well,
infuriating?
if we keep poking at it, we'll find out what it is.
There's got to be something.
Poking the bear.
You
This
might
is-
have
this-
you might
this-
have
it's-
sunspots on your penis or something like
No,
that.
I'll show you.
right?
This room in here, this podcast room, is as cold as that fucking court where Trump is. I'm freezing
it
my
too
ass
cold?
off. My
It is
nipples are.
cold.
Is it
We'll
to
turn
get
off the
nipples?
air.
No, it's okay.
Hey,
No,
Coney!
it's fine. It's fine.
Cone.
I don't want to complain.
No, you know what? I want him.
No,
you want the temp? See, this
Hey,
is good.
slave boy, change the temp in here
McCone.
before this hot-headed fucking Italian Mick really gets mad
Oh,
at
what's
you.
what's your boy's name again?
I don't remember. I call him boy.
What's
Hey,
his,
boy.
What's his name?
I don't remember it.
Did you?
I don't know his name.
Will you turn on? Will you
He's
click on
open
that?
for me
Here,
for. I don't
push
know
on
his
that.
name.
Where did McCone
Yeah.
go? Did he leave?
What was your name again?
Push on. Click it. Push it. You never operated one of these
Your
things?
your name's
No.
Boy,
Push
right?
it, and then go to the far left. Go turn the dial.
Where's Bobby Lee?
And don't
Yeah.
look at Stamos in the eye.
I'll keep going.
It's
one
Sir
more.
Stamos to
One
you.
more. One more. Now push the middle again.
You could look at me.
Now scroll down to off.
What's your name,
You see it?
buddy?
Off. Yeah, we
Wait,
did it.
wait, what's your name? Christian. Okay.
Rachel
Christian's the man.
You
Feinstein's
guys are
calling me.
terrible.
Please don't tell anyone.
Yeah, answer.
Her
Thanks,
new name is
Christian.
Rachel Lawrence. She edited her Wikipedia.
Did she really?
No, I'm just probably.
She wanted to get away from Feinstein?
Yeah, I think
Because
that's what-
Diane?
Well, they're just scared. I mean, I understand, dude. You go on X and you're like, Jesus Christ, there's a Nazi rally on there.
On what? On what?
On X.
Oh, on Twitter.
Where the truth reigns on X.
That's insane. I don't. I have zero interest in X.
Do you like
Zero
Elon,
interest in that.
or do you like NWO Elon?
I like NWA more than anything.
You
I like
do-
NWA
Yeah,
Elon.
yeah. Because he kind of went from Hulk Hogan to Hollywood Hogan a little bit, didn't he?
Yeah, he 100%. He switched.
Yeah.
I don't. Maybe he's becoming a heel on purpose. It is funny to see all these rich guys like flop like that. Like Zuckerberg now is into MMA hardcore. I couldn't see anybody less interesting in my life then gets into something like that, and
It's
you're like,
funny,
really, you like that?
He's into MMA, but he's still got that same voice. So I heard him talking about.
some of the submissions that
Yeah, he was like, the card's going to be really great. I think
Yeah, it's the
a really
weirdest
good
shit to
card.
watch.
Yeah.
Andrew does good voices. Like
He's
great.
But what
Yeah.
those guys that get that whole the transitionary period that's happening for people like Elon now is full trying to take on controversy because I think it's interesting to him.
Yeah.
He thinks it's fun. Oh yeah, he thinks it's fun.
I think he's like a bored
And
billionaire.
he's bored. Yeah, he's bored out of his mind.
And he's
And
like,
he's still not fucking guys. See, you're bored, but he's still not doing
you
the
got
thing
a
that
good
you
point.
did.
Yeah.
I found really who was it? It would I think it was Bogart was so fucking smart that he would pick fights with people because that's would stimulate his that's
Humphrey Bogart would just want to like try to
Yeah,
test
it's
somebody's you know patience.
yeah.
That's
Because
kind of fun. You do that sometimes.
I do that.
Yeah, because you're very smart. That's what smart people do that. Intelligent people like to pick fights because they know that they can beat you.
You've been so funny on your Patreon. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I listen to it all the time.
Thank you. I'm proud of those.
You're so
Patreon.com/Yannis Pappas Hour.
Patreon.com/Yannis Pappas Hour.
Is he one of the smartest comics out there, though? Seriously,
Most
I'm
definitely.
not
I would say
even
that. I would say the smartest he's easily one of the most intellectual comedians
Yes,
that
right.
exists. I
Not
would
on stage, but in his
or
on
off
his
stage,
podcast.
but in his
Anywhere.
heart.
Yeah,
in his heart, in his
mind.
room at night when he colors.
Yeah,
when
yeah,
his kids
he's-
go to bed and he colors.
Got 2 daughters.
No, I would say you are. I think it's more interesting to think about who the dumbest comics on
Oh,
earth
okay.
are.
I think it's great for us to
This is-
compliment.
Christian,
for us
you
to-
closed it.
Thank
his
you.
name's Boy.
These guys, man. I try to be
It's
nice
great
to
to compliment each other on this podcast, just for the internet to just light up
Yeah.
What is
comments.
they-
Like,
what do you-
I'm
Giannis ain't smart for shit. Fuck that, dummy. Yeah.
Do they do that?
Yeah,
Oh,
but there's always a
dude,
couple of people on the
yeah.
internet that can't wait to say something.
Every
like,
time you do a podcast, the comment section just lights up that Stamos is on blow again.
I saw that the very first time I did your thing.
They're like, how much blow has this guy done? They just always think you're on blow.
Well, people
been
say that
hyper-
about me. They think I'm on Adderall or cocaine all the time. Like,
I've been
this is my
hyper since
natural
the
progression.
day, Anyway, yeah, we can't get it.
Let me ask you
So
then:
stupid,
were you
yes.
hype when you shot TV? When you did a show?
Yeah.
Was your energy like this as well, and then you had to hone it in to get ready, or no? Like, were you always this energetic and upbeat and
Yeah,
like
but
alive?
right now I'm not focused.
But that's so funny because when I'm on set for hours and I become a sloth, it's so hard for me to keep the energy up.
But sometimes
Do you
it's-
burn out?
It's sometimes it's good because early on I was trying to do so much because I thought I needed to do all this to be interesting. But when I really just go like, don't move, John Stamos, just listen, boom. That's where I think where I'm.
That's
my
the
best.
most settled you've ever.
When you
are.
think, do you refer yourself as John Stamos? Because you just referred to yourself as John Stamos,
Yeah, I
and I
use my-
fucking dug
yeah,
it. And that's
yeah.
the way I always thought it goes.
Wouldn't you?
If I was John Stamos, I'd be like, what does John Stamos want to do today?
It's some actors. Some actors come out of the gate and they're fucking brilliant. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
DiCaprio, Jennifer Lawrence, and some it takes 25 years, and I think that's.
Clooney, is he a 25-year guy? Right?
No.
Didn't he? He was in it for a long time before he got famous.
What do you
Isn't
think
that
about you? What do you think about you as far as
The TV
drama
show?
acting?
The TV
Do you think
show,
it took a long time, or do you think you got that right? Because you were comedic, and you're like you have a comedic energy, right? Full House was comedic. You have a musical energy.
true? He's winking. I love
Can
him.
you do like a Darren Aronofsky movie right now?
I would love it.
Yeah.
I would love to. I fought all that shit so much,
Why?
After Full House, because it's like, I'm not that mullet headed, And I went to do theater. I did a bunch of Broadway. I did some. Then I did ER for 4 years ago. But when I was doing The Best Man with James Earl Jones.
Yeah.
On Broadway. It was a Gore Vidal political show. It could work great right now. 4 hours, something like 3.5 hours. And it was the last day, and we're walking across the stage. This is James, and I came close to him. I called him Big Daddy.
And you said, do the Darth Vader voice just once for me.
Dude,
Well,
he's the
that's it.
fucking-
Well,
the fucking
well, that
man,
was
that
it. I
guy.
said to him, I go, you've done something that no one has done. You've given me real legitimacy. I'm a real actor up here. I got to be toe to toe with you, and I thank you, and I love you for that, Bob. And the stage door opens, and Uncle Jesse,
Yeah.
say have mercy, say mercy. And I turned red, and I couldn't even look at him. He's standing there, and then all of a sudden I hear, James, say, Luke, I am your father. And I just looked at him, and he looked at me, and he just had that big belly laugh. I said, fuck it. Call me Uncle Jesse. Call me, whatever you want to do.
You owned it.
You
had that same
That's
call
so
with
beautiful,
me.
though. That's so because that is so true. But you aren't just that, but that is a piece of you. Yeah. And when people think they
Can't
want to
fight
erase it, well,
You
it's like
can't
why?
fight it.
It's that's going to be, it's I like, yeah, it's not what you want to be you all the time, but it does exist, and
fine.
it's all
And
right.
you know what?
It is what it is.
It's made a beautiful life for me and my family.
Yeah.
And I love getting recognized. I love being famous, and that's a big part of it. But
You
I got
deserve
to
it,
do,
though. That's why.
I got to do all the. I mean, ER was a heavy duty show. I, mean, I did that for 4 years. Worked with some of the best actors in town. I've done Broadway. I just did a show. It hasn't been announced yet, but there's some real.
Announce it, baby.
What's that?
Announce
it on the
Announce
show.
it on this
I
show.
don't think
Come
I
on, let's
can.
make this
When
big.
is it there?
Whenever you want it there.
Yeah.
Couple of weeks.
Okay.
Come on, go for it.
Anyway, well, I was working with some fine actors, and it was
Yeah.
great. You know.
The legitimacy thing is very interesting when you say that. When somebody goes, "Oh, I want to be taken serious as an actor," I've met so many people who, because they played a character or a role on a thing, have an assumption that America doesn't take them serious, but everyone who works with you does. That's what's hard about. It's hard to translate that to people that you're like, no, man, they just played a character. Like, I love when somebody goes, that guy seems like a dick. And it's like, how do you know? And they go, the show I watched him on, it's like, that was a fucking thing he was doing.
Yeah, they
he was playing a
identify you.
thing.
Well, you said that to me. You were like, I feel like a real actor. I called you up. I was like, how do you like? I feel like a real actor. And I'm like, John Cena. It was me and John Cena. And I was like, it's like, that's my Brando. You said that to me. You said, that's my Brando.
But he's a wrestler. It's
No,
not like you're
Santino
working.
said the same thing. John Cena had a moment. He goes, you know what? He was like, that scene, a tear came to my eye. And then Santino calls me. He goes, fucking my acting hero, John Cena, just called me up and told me that I moved him in a scene. And I feel legitimate now. And I said, stop it right now.
Yeah, that's stupid.
I want to hear I'm Bobby's mom right now. Do my I'm Bobby's mom.
I'm Bobby Mom.
Yeah.
And then that's it. I hung up the phone. No.
That's your thing now.
Cena's
do people
my
go up and go,
Brando.
do Bobby's mom?
People do that, yeah. Well, I hear it a lot at the airport. Someone will go, Bobby Mom. I'll
It's
hear
got
that.
like a 300 million views.
It's insane.
And
I'll
it's-
hear that at the airport a lot. Which, by the way, I laugh it off. It makes me, or I'll go, "That's right, buddy." Like it'll be with my wife somewhere. I'm like, "Yeah, that's right, buddy." I
It's
have to
tough
take
because
it.
you
That's
gotta
my
think-
Uncle Jesse.
He's got to take it.
That you
I'm
have
Bobby's
mercy.
mom.
I don't. It doesn't bother me. It's
But
funny.
It hurts. Like you're gonna maybe have an injury from that because you got a cross-eye to do it.
No, I've been. I do it at night. I get in front of the mirror and I train.
Practice.
I like how you say Cena is my Brando. That's like one of the
Cena was
funniest
your
things on
Brando.
there.
Yeah, and then when you called me, you know, I was like, that was like your moment that he had with James Earl Jones. And yours was Cena.
Yeah, same thing.
James Earl Cena.
Da, 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 da.
You
John's the fucking. By the way, for the very serious record, one of the fucking nicest, coolest dudes I've ever worked with, and I've worked with a lot of fucking guys that are big shots.
Yeah.
That guy is fucking no joke.
The transition you've made is pretty remarkable.
Well, I'm not done. I'm halfway through, but
I know,
as
but
soon as my voice
the
drops, it'll be
boobs,
full.
the boobs.
Oh yeah, well, I'm not gonna get my tits done yet.
Why?
I just don't know. I don't know. Giannis actually told me I look better when I with small little titties like I've got right
I've
now.
never been a tick gal.
You've made the transition into acting pretty smooth, man. A lot
I
of
tried.
comics
I
don't.
mean, you know, look,
You're good, but you're really good.
Well,
You're a
I
good
love
actor.
you. Thank
He's good
you.
at everything. He's good
Oh,
acting.
I thought
good
about this the
stand-up.
other day.
He's not
Honestly,
good
I
at
was
everything.
driving
Good guy,
past.
down to earth guy.
No, I'm up
Yeah,
above.
no.
By the way,
No,
I was
I'm a-
expecting. I haven't seen you since your numbers said boop 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 boop.
Shut up.
Same fucking guy when
As
I
long
walked
as you
in.
and I have been friends,
Same
nothing
guy.
will change.
Yeah, same guy. I always check for that too. I'm like, same guy.
No.
Because sometimes you got to give your friends a little space when they really pop.
No.
You got to adjust. You know.
I'm the same
You know?
same loser.
Yeah.
I was driving past Paramount the other day, and I thought, I really was interested because a guy at the comedy store said, he goes, I was talking to a kid in the audience, a really good looking kid, and he said he moved here from England to be a writer. And I was just improving this bit about how England only sends over good looking people. Like there's almost no, there is a lot of ugly people in England, I'm sure, but we don't get any over here. When they come to LA, it's like they hand select pretty Brits. Yeah, but for the most part, the real, like the bald-headed football hooligans are like, hey, beans on toast. Like
Yeah.
that guy's never here.
We don't get those
They don't
guys.
send him here.
Amsterdam gets a lot of those guys.
Oh
for-
yeah, that's where they go.
That's
Yeah,
where they
for
go.
hookers.
Yeah, for hookers. Yeah.
But I said they send over this good-looking young guy, and he's like, I said, write me in something then if you're a writer. And he said, I'd love to, but you're probably busy. And I'm like, yeah, I'm so busy. I'm at the fucking Improv at a 7:13 show. And it made me think when I drove past Paramount, I thought, man, I haven't gotten a fucking audition. I haven't gotten a call in a while. And I think people think because you did one thing that you're just getting flooded with shit. But it's like, no, dude, there's huge gaps of like where it's nothing. There's
That's
just
okay.
nothing.
It comes when you just don't.
When you're not
get
trying to
something.
grab it. That's why you just got to sit and let it happen. But it is a fucking weird, fickle business where I just can come off of doing a
You
few
sit on your
things.
fucking uncomfortable.
testicles or something.
You don't like it?
No, I mean, where'd you get these off the fucking Mad Men?
1976.
set?
Yeah, these are
Jesus
actually
Christ.
originally vintage chairs.
Was
you know who,
everyone just uncomfortable in the 50s?
you know who didn't complain about these?
Yeah.
John Stamos.
Stamos.
Not once.
He's in a much more uncomfortable seat than I am.
Yeah, by far.
Well,
He
no,
doesn't
actually,
care.
that's more. I mean, were they just uncomfortable in the 50s? They had to sit.
This
in
is uncomfortable
suits?
to you?
I'm very uncomfortable.
What is it?
It's the back.
Oh, you have a bad back.
No, I don't have a bad back.
I have a bad back.
have a
but
bad
it's not because
personality.
yeah, you do.
Giannis,
And that's why I'm not huge.
Your story is so fascinating with your mom and your brothers.
She was a
and
borderline
That
personality.
you got shot. And
did
you
get
talk about
shot.
all that stuff?
I had trauma.
Yeah.
I was left alone with my brain injured brother. That's where the trauma started. I'm learning all this in therapy.
How much
I'm on
are
a
you going to therapy
spiritual journey
weekly?
right now.
You
I
can do
really
weekly?
am. Weekly, yeah.
Yeah,
Do you
man
do-
or
It's been
woman
Great.
therapist?
Woman, you got to go woman.
See, that's interesting. I've done
gotta go
both.
woman. You
I've
gotta
had
go
both,
woman.
and sometimes I like the man more because I feel like he is judging me, even though they're not supposed to. It's nice. I can feel the judgment pouring out of another man. You know
I think it's probably the therapist you prefer is probably based on what
your issue is.
What your issue is.
and yours is with your mom.
Mother issues,
And mine's
yeah.
with my papa.
Yeah, that's what
What's
it
your-
Yours
is.
is female?
Female.
Who's yours with?
I have two.
Who's my wife?
I have a backup. I have a spare.
Who's your childhood issue with, if any?
In here, we pour whiskey, whiskey.
This episode of Whiskey Ginger is brought to you by Rabbit Hole and their one-of-a-kind Kentucky bourbon and rye whiskeys. I've been chit-chatting about these cats for quite a long time because I love it. Behind this sauce is Kaveh Zamanian, their founder, their genius, the man behind the curtain. That's their Oz, baby. He left a 20-plus successful career as a clinical psychologist to craft the world's finest spirits. That he did. Fastest to ever get inducted into the Bourbon World Hall of Fame. Congratulations. Hats on, but tip the hat to that cat. That's pretty impressive. They're small batch. A lot of people say they are, and that's a lie. These guys are actually small batch, under 15 barrels at a time. Under 15. That's really impressive. And a lot of people say they're toasted and charred barrels. Who's checking this? These guys, they are every single time. And they're small batch, so they can prove it. They got 4 distinct expressions. I've been sip-sapping on the Derringer. I told you how much I love this stuff. This is finished in PX sherry casks. That's Pedro Jimenez sherry casks. And boy, oh boy, it is smooth down the gullet. They've also got the Cave Hill. That is their OG. That's their triple malt bourbon. They got the High Gold. That's the High Rye double malt bourbon. And the Boxer Grail is the Sour Mash Rye. I never was a rye guy, but with this, I really, really enjoy a smooth, straight pour of this. It's unique, and it packs this beautiful rye grain punch, and it follows it up with a little bit of citrus on the back end, a little bit of floral notes too. It is very good, and for the price point, I don't think you're going to find something better than Rabbit Hole on the shelf right now. They got 4 distinct expressions. You got to pick one up right now. Go to rabbitholedistillery.com/buy now. Use the promo code RABBIT for $5 off your first order. rabbitholedistillery.com/buy now. Promo code RABBIT for $5 off your first order. Please drink it responsibly. Nobody makes golf clubs like we do, period. PXG. When they say that, they mean it. They ain't lying. If you hit a PXG club before, you know they are stunning. They're beautiful and they're lengthy, baby. You like girth and length out of your clubs, you're going to get them from PXG. Especially when they told me about the new Black Ops driver. This thing is phenomenal. I went and got myself fitted down in Scottsdale National, thanks to the PXG family. And their driver, that Black Ops driver, is a breakthrough in driver technology. It's a big victory in golf. If you're someone that misses on the toe or on the heel a little bit, this thing has such a beautiful response to a baby little mishit, correcting it almost instantaneously. They're adjustable, the drivers, those Black Ops drivers, to deliver a combined MOI of 10,000 plus for unbelievable forgiveness, okay? That's ridiculously high. That's higher than so many kids out there. The higher the MOI, the more forgiving the club will play. You don't have to score the ball perfectly for it to go straight and get distance, but if you do, this thing goes. More forgiveness, more distance, no sacrifices. If you played PXG, you understand. This thing jumps hot off the face when you hit it square between the screws. And they don't have screws anymore. That's the old days. But the Black Ops driver is something you have to try. If you're interested in PXG, you got to check out this specific club to start. Game Changer has been thrown around so much, it's lost its meaning. Trust me when I tell you, the PXG driver is a true game changer. You'll be as impressed with it as I am. Learn more and get free shipping on all equipment at pxg.com/whiskey. Use code whiskey at checkout. That's pxg.com/whiskey. Code whiskey for free shipping on all equipment. pxg.com/whiskey. Code whiskey.
Ginger. I like gingers.
Was there one bully that fucking really got to John Stamos?
Yeah, you read my book. I mean, we talked about it.
I
last time.
know, but what's his name? Call him out again.
I want to see a fucking death match between you and Rob Lowe to the death.
No.
He's dead, isn't he?
I thought he died. Is he dead? Is Robo dead?
That's not nice.
That's so mean. That's so mean. We're kidding. Knock on wood. Knock on wood.
We tease each other because people always say, "Hey, Rob," you know, like
Yeah.
Or his kid always posts pictures of him, but it puts my face.
You look
on
nothing like fucking Rob Lowe.
No, but it's the
You just
it's the
both are
motif.
beautiful. Well,
Yeah,
what?
it's
Because
like
you're both
the
good looking.
Black hair. It's, yeah, like they're both very good looking.
Well, that's kind of
actors.
like. Do you remember? I saw a picture someone did side by sides of celebrities from then and now, and it was so creepy because Margot Robbie does look shockingly like. Was it Jamie Presley? Is that her name?
Yes.
Dude, they look.
I saw that. whole
They
thing,
look
too.
identical. They
Yeah.
put them side by side. I was like, holy fuck! And they did this to a lot of celebrities where they were like, you don't even realize how close they look, even though
They did.
it's just generationally.
It's just fodder for conspiracy. People go, they're cloning people.
Well, I hope they are.
I've heard conspiracies that that Chappelle's cloned now. That's not the real Chappelle.
Well, that's also true.
I mean, it's
I have
that's
that,
true,
because
right?
I've seen his real. The real Chappelle is in France, which is crazy.
It's
Did you see the one with Giannis and Urkel side by side?
Side by side, yeah.
No, my nickname from my previous podcast was Special Needs Stamos. Because
how-
people do sometimes on like a
that's right,
good
yes,
hair
yes,
day,
yes,
people
yes.
be like, "You look a little like Stamos," but
Can I tell you
if
something?
if a
You
chromosome
look
was missing,
nothing
I
like
look
John
nothing like
Stamos.
him. It's
No,
just Greek.
I get it sometimes.
Nope, not even a little bit. You look like a cartoon of a Greek guy that came to life.
I do have a kind of a cartoonish face, right?
Yeah.
My face is off.
Your eyes and your nose look like they drew it.
Here's a funny thing, and this is a true story. This is true. I'm not even making this up. This is true. I'm not even making this up. This is true.
Give it.
I wish it was. So you know Clear, right? Right. You know Clear at the
Clear?
airport.
Oh, at the airport. Oh,
And
yeah, yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
you go, which
Yeah.
line am I going to go pre-check? So I went. When I was coming to LA, I go on the Clear. My eyes never work on the Clear. I wish I was making this up. It's true. They don't make up.
They look like they
So
don't work
I
on
get in,
Clear.
I get in, I get closer, and they keep doing it. And I just go, this never works. So the guy goes, hey, he goes, do the fingers. The fingers work immediately. And then he fixes it. He redoes my face. He's like, we'll take care of this now. So he re-photos my face, do it again. He's like, all right, I think we got it now. He's like, all right, try it now. Take the glasses off. I went in there, and it did. I think they're too close together, and the lasers can't separate. So it just does it. It goes not identified.
Yeah.
It just my eyes are
Does
so
not
close.
recognize.
The lasers can't separate.
That's not.
Well,
nice.
I do, you can do eyes, fingers, or tongue. I do tongue now.
You
don't
put
do
the tongue on there,
Well,
yeah.
you kiss one of the TSA agents and they go,
They
come
go
right
right
through.
in,
Yeah,
yeah,
they let
yeah.
you right on the fucking plane. I don't do the Clear thing anymore because I don't like that. I don't know who runs that.
Is this a joke? Are you guys doing?
No,
jokes?
that's a
No,
third-party company. I don't understand. I don't like that.
You're one of those.
One
I don't
what?
care, dude.
What,
we're
what, what do
talking
you
Like,
mean?
I don't give my DNA to 23andMe. I don't talk
yeah,
to
of course
blacks.
I don't give my DNA to the fucking.
I don't talk to blacks because I don't know about what's going on.
Oh, I don't know what they're up to. No, I don't give my fucking DNA away to people.
I don't give a shit.
I don't
dude.
care either. I haven't done
I
You
don't
anything
send your
wrong.
DNA in, John Stamos, to 23andMe.
Do whatever you want. My
I
fucking
did that
DNA.
show where they trace your ancestry, and I went back.
So
to
they drew your
Greece.
blood and did it.
No, I spit in something. But,
Oh, that's the same thing, guys.
but I don't know. I never got the results. I just.
What's the name of that show?
If
This Is Your Life?
No, it was called. Who do you think you are?
But isn't that the exact same thing? Remember, This Is Your Life, right?
No, I flew to Greece and I was waiting for the.
What did they find out?
I know.
Well,
Who
you wait for the punchline, like, oh, your relatives were slaves or whatever, like Ben Affleck, and so you're like, is this it? Is this where I'm supposed to cry? Like, I never knew when it was. But
What was
finally-
the big secret?
Well, my great grandfather got shot in this little town that they lived in, and by a guy who my grandfather was named after John, so I was named after this killer who killed my great grandfather. There was a
Whoa.
Koleopoulos family and Stamatopoulos family, and we're walking through the village, and with my cousin happened to still live there, and I said, the Koleopoulos, they still live? Oh, shh, you know.
Still like a vendetta
Yeah.
there.
Really?
Now, do you feel like do any Greeks
Six
ever
generations later? That's fucking wild.
Do you feel like a Greek sellout because you cut your name?
My grandfather cut it out.
Oh, he cut it first.
Stamatopoulos. What's yours again?
Mine originally was pipis, which means
Pipis?
little boy penis, and I don't know. That's true too.
I know that's not true, and that's so annoying
It's
because it
so
got
true.
me. It's
No,
not
it
little
is
boy
true.
penis. A
It is
pipis.
true. It
I
is
was in
true.
Greece, and
it is
I-
true.
and I had-
my original name and my dad's penis was very small. But my grandfather changed it to Pappas when he got to Ellis Island. He changed
And
it.
yours
Pappas,
was
so-
Stamatopoulos?
Stamatopoulos.
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 Well, this is a weird mystery. I've told you. I think I told you this. My last name, Santino. Santino's traditionally a first name in Italy.
Yeah,
Sonny. Sonny from
I
The
saw the
Godfather
movie,
was
yeah.
Santino.
Yeah.
Corleone.
He died.
We don't know what my real last name was.
Spit in this tube.
Yeah.
I know I might.
Now you don't do that. You don't give your DNA.
I don't want to for
Why?
that. But I'm interested because we don't think the rumor was my great-grandfather changed the fucking name because of something to get into the country and just said his name was Santino. But I, jokingly on stage, am always like, that's because he was so, I come from such dumbos. That surname, he thought it was like surname, and so Santino. Yeah, like a fucking idiot. But I don't think we know what our lineage really is. So I'm curious. I mean, I know we're from, I've said this before, we're from a part of Sicily.
Africa.
Called, Sicily.
But Irish
We're
too?
part of Sicily called I thought it was Cacciamo. That's what I had heard. So then I go to Sicily and I said to a guy, we're on the western coast of Sicily, and I said, excuse me, do you know where's Cacciamo? And he goes, Cacciamo, no, Cacciamo, no, Cacciamo. And he's talking to somebody else, and the other guy's like, no, Cacciamo, no. And then he goes, oh, yeah, sì. Cacamo. No caccia. Cacamo. Yeah.
Cacamo.
I was like, I think I'm gonna go home with Cach. I'll stick with Cach.
Now, did you have any Ottoman in there? Did you have any
Ottoman Empire running through
Anatolian,
your blood?
any Turkish in there? In your DNA?
I did the spit thing, but they never gave me the results to it.
Yeah, they're probably scared to tell you the truth.
I think so. But
I have a lot.
Shows
You were an Ottoman
Oh yeah,
kid?
you
I have
told
a
me
lot,
that.
yeah.
That's why you hate yourself.
33%.
But that's the
or something.
eyes. They had to be ready for
33%?
battle.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
They had to look forward all the time.
Yeah.
But you're prey then, right?
Yeah.
In that.
Well, yeah, because my dad was
No,
an
but I mean your
Anatolian. My
eyes are
dad's
close
too.
together,
Yes,
and the predators could get you in the eye.
That's
Right? Isn't that how that works
That's
in the
what
fish
it is.
world?
I can't. No, I'm predator because predators look forward.
Predator,
the
yeah.
prey has because they're always looking out for.
you're back. Okay.
Predators are always focused forward. Prey is always on the fucking. That's why what do they call those
That's why I'm not allowed to
those
be in,
fish that have the eyes on the side of their
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
head. Yeah.
But
No,
so
predator.
we're prey.
Well, at least that's what the legal documents say. When I'm not allowed to be around schools. Can you make that joke anymore? Now
You
it's like
did?
real. Yeah, I did. I did. Yeah.
When you say schools, you mean community colleges. Though.
I mean, yeah, no,
That's
I
because
mean,
they're afraid of your intellect.
They are.
Get
They
this
are.
too smart guy off here.
what kind of stuff are you guys working on to put
Right
in your
now?
Act.
I'm
Seriously.
doing a new hour. I'm fishing through a new hour. A lot of it's about my dad.
Like what?
lot of
You
it-
did a lot of stuff about your dad. In the
Yeah, but a
first
lot of stuff
special.
is about. This is about my dad's. This is a lot of stuff about my parents are older and retired now, and they're settling into the ways of their life, and I'm watching it happen so
Sadly.
so quickly. Yeah, it's sad. It's weird. It's just because we're getting older, and I see them getting older, and now they're just getting so settled in their ways, and
I think you should recommend QAnon to old people because it's fun for them.
Q is for the elderly.
Yeah, I think it's more like I think I can see it being like a prescription for old age.
Does it give them
Well,
something
because
to
it's
do?
fun. You get into a new adventure. Like
Right.
QAnon has all these theories, and it's fun.
I have a joke in
Yeah.
this hour that I don't care. I'll give, but it's just a piece of it. But I say, like, my dad sits around all day. He loves ancient aliens. Like, he fucking... I'm serious. He's obsessed.
Yeah.
And I said, my dad loves ancient aliens, which is ironic because he hates illegal aliens. And I said, Dad, they both built the pyramids. You can't pick and choose between who gets what. But I joke about my dad's... His investments now are, like, very specific. It's really weird. Where he used to be kind of more... He was just a dad. He was like, I don't know. Now he like loves. He's like obsessed with stuff. He's getting
Like
really
what?
into stuff, which is where Q starts.
Yeah,
this is where it starts.
He's in the gateway.
Right,
gonna
he's right at the
graduate.
door. He's doing this.
Yeah.
Looking
he's-
inside.
That's the marijuana of conspiracies. Is aliens, and then you graduate.
Ancient aliens is the weed of conspiracy
Now let me
theories.
ask you this:
Pizza
the
is,
pyramids.
too.
Nobody knows who built them. Is it possible it was like 6 time traveling Mexicans?
5.
Maybe 5 could have done it.
Yeah, 5.
Nobody can figure it out. I'm like,
6 time traveling Mexicans in one small car in a 2-seater.
that's all it took. I think that's
In a DeLorean.
That's a viable explanation.
Well, Aphrodite said, "Not tonight.
Yeah.
I'm on
Have
my
you ever
pyramid.
seen fucking? You ever seen?
Aphrodite said what?
Not tonight. I'm on my pyramid."
That's
Dude, I'm putting an addition
Did you
on the
miss
house
this
right
great
now.
fun joke? We did a 2-seat DeLorean with 6 Mexicans in there time traveling.
Yeah,
Come
it's
on,
great.
man. Let's go.
Fucking go, baby.
Do you
Yeah.
guys-
Take me back to 1985. That's not when the
And
pyramids
I
were,
think they
man.
probably put it up in a week. I think they went back and put it up in a fucking week.
You should see. They just built a new thing in my house. It's fucking incredible.
I've never seen anything
6
like
days.
it, dude. I'm putting an addition on my house right now. My property looks like the Rio Grande. I mean, it looks like the fucking border. There's just Mexicans all over the place. It's just crazy. You leave, you like go to the bathroom, you come back, and then it's like done.
Yeah, most
But it
talented
didn't
people on
used to
earth.
be like that,
Christ.
right? It took forever to get one little thing done.
The pyramids,
Not
I think,
faster?
the pyramids, quite frankly, were probably built by another entity. Yeah, there's no doubt. Humans couldn't have built
Is
it.
that what you
It's-
call time traveling Mexicans? I'm telling you, it was time traveling Mexicans.
It had to have been
dude.
something.
I'm telling you, that's what it was.
I watched a whole documentary about how they would move stone with water. Right? There was a guy who did a physics thing about how you could shift water with Shift
mean by
stone
that,
with
man?
water. Huh?
This is another one Rogan loves the pyramids.
Yeah. Oh, he's big?
Oh, dude, he's big on the pyramids, grizzly bears.
Perfectly aligned to true north and all that
dude.
shit.
If the pyramids or the grizzly bears come up, you're bombing on his.
I'll tell you what I'm more interested in. How about this? I'm more interested in who builds bridges. When you see the history of any of those bridges, like New York and all that shit, the amount of guys that went down there and died and just
It's
took
just Irish guys.
Yeah, us.
At that
It was
point, it was
me.
just Irish guys.
My people.
And they the Wasps just like you guys were
Callahan,
expendable.
go get to the bottom.
Next up, all right, a fucking
Well, if there is a potato down there, I guess I'll go down.
I'll fucking go. Yeah, it was just those. That was like the working class. They were just they'd boat them in. Another crop would fall off into the water. They'd boat in.
Have you ever
another
seen
crop.
those signs? Irish need not apply. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
We
They were in
had
my
one
house. I wore
no,
them
we used to
out.
have one at my grandmother's house.
Yeah.
Irish need not apply.
Yeah.
They used to put that outside of storefronts in New York. You don't know about this?
How do you feel about the Irish?
I'm half Irish. My mother was Irish.
That's
right,
why.
you got
That's
that.
why when we kiss, I can feel
Yeah,
it.
you could tell. And Kate, my wife is half Irish too.
Is she?
So my kid is more
Your
Irish
wife's
than
Asian and Irish?
Filipino and Irish.
Dude, you mix Asian with anything, it's just
But Asian and Irish is stunning.
Yeah,
She is.
You seen his wife?
So she's like,
She's beautiful.
I love your John Stamos. I'm trying to do an accent of a Filipino Irish person. It's almost impossible. Yeah, but still, you got to get the Irish in there somehow.
I thought Joe Coy did good.
Did you guys?
He was just too meek, right?
Did you guys? Here's the thing with that. Wait.
I thought he did good at the Oscars.
We don't
or
deserve
whatever.
to host anything ever again, by the way. And that's not Joe Coy's fault. Why do you want us? Why do you want us? You don't want us.
No.
They should just get a fucking AI screen up there.
I think Jimmy Kimmel should host all those. Nobody.
No, I don't think anybody should.
He does it perfectly. He goes in there right. He doesn't kiss up. He doesn't go. It's just a perfect.
Yeah, but see the
delivery.
thing between the problem with what happened with Joe was that everyone in the audience goes, "Who's this fucking guy making fun of us?" Like if Jeff Ross
Yeah.
hosted that, it would have been great.
Yeah, but
And
they
Joe,
needed,
he
Joe
was
needed to
fine.
ingratiate himself a little bit. That was tough. But it's also, what a fucking hard gig to even
Yeah.
walk
No,
in. They should have just...
I think he should have went harder. No, I think it was the opposite.
Really?
You know, I think he was like kind of like a meekish about it. Like,
Well, you can never comment.
Oh, Ali, another Asian. It's like, come on, dude.
No, but he can't go
We're
in
not
too
there
hard
anymore.
but they don't know him.
They don't
I think
know
John's
him.
right. They don't know him. It's too hard. That's too hard to... Dude, you know what that's like?
He
When
let
you go
down
in-
Filipinos. He let down Filipinos.
He'll be
Did that
fine.
hurt his? I mean,
No,
he was-
no.
Okay,
He's
good,
fine.
Good.
But I think Filipinos.
Joe Coy
were-
is so fucking fine.
He's
gonna
funny,
be fine.
and he's- I don't know.
That's a hiccup that no one will care about or remember in a couple of years. It won't
and I
even
don't even.
exist.
I watched it. I didn't even think it was that big of a hiccup.
Dude,
I thought the jokes were fine.
I mean, but I like him as a guy, so I
Yeah.
was like, this doesn't bother me even a little bit. But people just, I think people, like we were saying before, people are wanting to get up, to want to be fucking annoyed by something. It gives them something to say Monday
Yeah.
morning to their friends at the fucking office.
Well, if
Yeah.
they have anger too, which a lot of people do, where do we funnel it? I need to funnel it.
Yeah,
at
how does it,
somebody
where does
somewhere.
it go?
Yeah.
Did you guys watch the correspondence there?
No.
No.
I thought it was really. I
Who
mean, I
did it
watched
this year?
Jost.
Oh,
Colin
Colin did
Jost.
it?
Oh,
well, he's a
he-
fucking
Dude,
phenomenal
he
writer.
got
was
lit up
great.
in the fucking comments.
Was that
Really?
Oh God!
He got hammered, right?
He got hammered.
I love
It's so
Jost.
stupid.
I think
because
he's a fucking great
he was
writer.
like, I
man.
love, but my father said I voted for Joe because he's a
Decent.
decent man. And
Yeah.
then the fucking comments.
But
were
that's
just like-
bullshit. It was. I thought his thing was beautiful. And
I'm staying out of it. I'm apolitical. I'm
Yeah,
going.
sure
on,
you are.
I'm on a new
But
mission.
what I
I'm
wanna
not
say
saying
is-
anything polarizing.
My boy
For
Matt.
everybody.
Have you guys met Matt Friend? You did, right?
I know. Yeah, no, I know him. Yeah.
Did he come? Did he do this?
No. I met him.
You did too.
I know Matt.
He's
Yeah.
an impressionist and stuff.
He's
He's great. That
impressionist.
guy's
He's
fucking
blowing
incredible.
up, and
oh,
he's
he's
His
great.
his stern is like perfect.
It's spot on.
Yeah.
I got him on that show. But
You got him on Stern?
Yeah, I sort of, not. He'll call me every.
Can
7
you get
times
him
a
on?
day.
He does impersonations too.
Let's hear.
He can do Burr.
You did a good. Do Bobby's
I'll
mom.
He can do Bobby's mom.
I'll do Bobby's mom.
Go ahead.
I'm Bobby's mom.
Yeah, that's good. Don't steal my
You don't
shit,
have
dude.
to-
This is all I've got.
He doesn't have to do anything with his eyes. He
Are
just-
you really close with Stern?
Yeah, I don't have to. That was a good one.
I
Don't
heard
let
it, yeah.
fucking Stamos
No,
lose that one.
he doesn't have to do anything
That
with
was
his
a good
eyes.
one. I don't have to do anything with it. Yeah,
If
I
you
can.
just close one a little bit,
Yeah,
that's perfect.
I'm Bobby's mom.
There it
See,
is.
just I don't have to do
Matt
anything.
did a bit at the correspondence dinner, and he came, and they didn't position him great because the lady was talking, and then he got up and started doing Trump, and it was that. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? And it was kind of, but that motherfucker, he has the grace and this like you guys have, like you've been doing it 20, 30 years. He just turned it around and went right into his Mitch McConnell.
He's really good, though.
good.
No, he's very, very
Have you
good.
heard Soder's Cat Williams?
First of all, Soder's everything.
Soder's the
Dan
best.
Soder's the most talented
Which one is
voice
he?
actor.
Dan
that,
Soder.
You know, him and I tested for SNL together. It was me and him and
Oh,
Pete
really?
Davidson.
Yeah.
You know that?
I didn't know you were
Me,
there.
Sodi, and Pete were
Yeah.
the three.
When was that? A while ago?
Wow, what is that? Almost 10 years ago
Would you
now?
do it now
Whenever
if
Pete
you
got it.
got-
Would I do SNL now?
Yeah.
No. I mean, fucking, I would be I'd be a musical guest before I would do anything else. I
Really?
don't even do music. Yeah.
Yeah.
Musical guest.
It's interesting 'cause-
Bobby's mom.
I'm Bubby's mom.
I'm Bobby's mom. Bum, 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 bum. Every 22-year-old, like, did you hear that Bobby's mom hit? It's a fucking jam, dude.
Cartoon.
No, I would never. I have no interest in. I mean, I would. A dream would be to host it, but that's never going to happen.
What about
I
that
don't
guy
have
who
any-
came back and hosted who got kicked off early?
Shane Gillis?
Yeah.
He's one of the best working comics today.
He is.
He's
I wish
such
he
a
would.
funny
I
guy.
didn't love
Probably
his
the
spot
best.
on there. I mean, he's a
Gillis is a fucking
He's so
beast.
funny.
I watch everything he does.
He's undeniably funny, and even the show that said "fuck off" to him had to be like, "Come on back."
Yeah,
that's how.
yeah.
You know what that's like? That's like getting rejected by like the hottest chick in school, and then you're like, "Fucking whatever."
Yeah.
And then a week later, she's like, "Do you want to hang out?"
Yeah.
It's so cool that he was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Yeah, I'll come over there and
I'll
fuck the
come
shit
over,
out of you, you goofball."
Yeah.
He won that war so hard. It was, and he didn't even have to do anything.
And I bet you everyone there felt safe with him there. I don't even
Yeah,
think
and
people felt unsafe.
by the way, everybody that was on that show,
Yeah.
casted on that show,
Yeah.
they all like him.
Yeah.
Nobody had beef with Shane.
Even the guy, the Asian gentleman.
Nobody had beef with Shane. Nobody. That was all. I think that was all inflated by the fucking media, which is what got him fired in the first place. Was the media inflation of something that didn't exist? Bowen Yang is who you're talking about, right?
Yes,
Bowen?
Bowen Yang.
Bowen fucking likes
didn't care?
Shane.
Yeah.
What does he have with Shane and him? Don't. There's nothing there.
When you meet him, he's an impossible guy not to like as a person. He's just a.
He
you
just
know.
he said one thing once. We've said 17 things on this.
Oh Jesus
That,
Christ!
I mean-
don't
Just
go to
today.
my Patreon. Jesus Christ!
No,
Yeah,
do go to his
right, right.
Patreon.
I mean,
Yannis Pappas Live.
But thank God you guys stay true to yourselves.
Well, it's just a
without-
fucking joke. At the end of the day, it's like none of this is to target and hurt people. People are out there targeting and hurting people. They're actually doing
It's
it.
hard to be funny if you're thinking
Censoring
about
yourself.
censoring yourself. Because that's the opposite of what comedy is. Nobody, when you're a class clown when you're growing up, it's not because what you did was well thought out. I mean,
Right.
it's all about saying the wrong thing.
Have I told you that story
Yeah.
when I was in, what grade was I in? I had to been in junior high. Maybe
He looks to
sixth-
me like what
sixth
grade? Well, how do I know?
Well, you remember. You were around.
Yeah, that's true.
In sixth or seventh grade, something like that. There was a girl in our class who was getting brain surgery to remove something.
Hilarious, by the way.
Right, I know. Get
Yeah.
ready. And she had to get a surgery, and obviously she was look. We were taught that it was also like she's going to be okay. She's removing something, but it's not. She's going to be fine. But send her some love.
Not
And
funny anymore.
So then the whole class, the whole class had to sign a card. It was one of
yeah.
those big, oversized gold, those old like.
What did you write?
And I wrote at the time, Dumb and Dumber was hot in my world. That was, and so I just wrote, "Don't you go dying on me," because he says that. Come on, dude! Isn't that fucking? That's
great,
what he says to the little old lady on the cart, and that was a piece of my life at that point. So I wrote, "Don't you go dying on me," a sweet thing, and it invoked so much anger. They wanted to suspend me. They were like, "This is disgusting." I was like, I thought a little bit of comedy, a little bit of levity.
Yeah.
Everyone's writing in there like, "I will pray for you,
Yeah.
Right,
and God will be watching your surgery." And I was like, "Don't go dying on me." But
Yeah, it's
Did
great.
she die?
she died.
Well, that's
Okay,
what
well,
comedy's
that's
for.
the
She died. No,
Yeah,
no.
she died.
She's alive and well and healthy.
But
But it was also like if I censored myself, but it was all in good fun, and everyone thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Except for fucking,
Yeah.
the
Can we
staff.
just-
By the way, she thought it was hilarious.
Right,
It was just the staff was
Let's stop pretending that life is easy and it's good.
It's a nightmare.
It's a nightmare, and that's what comedy's for. That's why Life is Beautiful was such a impactful movie because,
Yeah.
the kid he's trying to do this for his son, and he uses comedy. I mean, that's what comedy's function is.
Bob was
is to
great.
allow us to be able to emotionally survive this fucking ball of pain floating in nothing. I mean, it's frightening.
It
the
is.
less aware you are, the better.
I know.
And comedy is a nice way to deal with the horror of life.
This is why when someone says, "Why do people smoke even though they know it's going to kill them?" It's that exact reason.
Yeah.
Because you're like, well, because this is already fucking
Yeah,
wild.
smoking's gonna kill me. Yeah, well, isn't being alive also gonna kill me?
Yeah,
Can
whatever.
I enjoy myself a little
Do
bit?
whatever you feel like doing.
Yeah.
In here, we pour whiskey.
This episode of Whiskey Ginger is brought to you by BetterHelp. I've talked about BetterHelp quite a lot on this show. That's because I believe in it. That's because I use it, and that's because I like it a lot. I've been using therapy for quite a long time now. I do believe we've spoken on this show about me suggesting therapy for people. I do think it's a healthy option instead of bottling it up. and then yelling at people in traffic. That's not the way to go about life. We all have something on our chest. We all have stressors, pains. We all have something going on back at home or our family far, far away. You don't get to see them very much and you're dealing with something, and we don't know what other people are going through. Somebody is going through something around you, I promise. And it's nice to be there for someone, but in case you don't have someone that you want to go to, why not try BetterHelp? If you're thinking about starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. I do love speaking to someone in the comfort of my own home. I don't like going to an office. I like it that I can schedule it whenever I want. It's entirely done online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists at any time, okay? No additional charge. It's so easy. It's so simple. Why don't you try it? Get it off your chest, whatever it is, with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/whiskey today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, BetterHelp.com/whiskey. Hey, the summertime is approaching, friends, and guess what? You can't be left out there searching for things to do when you're on vacation. That's why there's Viator. Viator is a tool you can use to plan and book travel experiences around the world. The Viator app and website makes it easy to explore over 300,000 plus travel experiences so you can discover what's out there no matter where you're traveling or what you're interested in. It's so fun. It's so cool. Bobby actually got me a Viator because he's a sweet little prince when I went on vacation for my birthday. There's all sorts of good stuff. From small to big, no matter what the scale of what you're looking at is. If you're someone that likes big adventures, they got that on there. If you like small, close to home, keep it close to the resort, they got that as well. They got real traveler reviews on there, get inside information from people who have already been on the experiences that you're considering. Free cancellation helps you plan for the unexpected. Plus, Viator offers 24/7 customer service, so you'll get support any hour if things aren't going as planned, but they will. Enjoy your vacation the right way. I used it and I loved it very much. To my sweet little Bobby, I thank you so much for helping out with Viator. 300,000 plus travel experiences to choose from means you can plan something that everyone you're traveling with will enjoy. No one's going to go, I don't want to do that. Well, there's a ton of options. Pick one. Download the Viator app now and use code Viator10 for 10% off your first booking in the app. Find the perfect travel experiences for you. Do more with Viator.
Ginger. I like gingers.
Saget was the best at it. He had a lot of death, a lot of tragedy in his life, and he just made jokes about it. And he would do it to your life too. And at first, I was like, my dad just died, and I asked him to host my dad's funeral, and he gets up and says, tonight's specials are cake and cock, and we're out of cake. Yeah. And my mom's like, and then he goes into calamari jokes, be circumcision.
Yeah.
But it was what we needed.
Yeah, that's what you need.
At first, it was like, what the fuck? My sister's looking. And then everybody just,
I'm sorry, I just got hit with a bug of curiosity.
Go ahead.
Now that I have you in the room, and I thought of it.
Yeah.
Does Jamie Lee Curtis have a penis? I mean, it's been a rumor for a long time. She's a good friend of yours.
Yeah.
She wrote the forward to your book, which go get his book, by the way. It's great.
Yeah, good plug for his book.
It's good. If you want to hear about Stamos fucking high getting pulled over by the cops, it's great. Yeah, right.
I don't think...
Does she have a penis?
I actually asked her once.
Did she?
She just laughed at me, I think.
Yeah.
I said, what are you doing?
How did that rumor get started?
I'm being genuine when I say this.
Yeah,
I have
you
no
just
fucking
started
idea what you're
You've
talking
never
about.
heard of that rumor?
Jamie Lee Curtis?
Yeah. I mean, what have you been living under a fucking rock in Chicago?
You
never heard of that?
Are you joking around?
It's like
No,
one of the
it's a
old...
common thing?
It's
From Africa or
Richard
something,
Gere's
right?
gerbil.
Right.
Yeah, but that was real.
Phil Collins in the air tonight. The arrest and that.
But that's real too.
None of those things are real.
What's the Phil
Except
Collins
Richard Gere.
That was the
Richard
gerbil thing
Gere
was
put a
real. What do you
gerbil
mean?
in his ass.
By the way, that's not like a conspiracy. That seems like a very viable thing.
Yeah, it's
people
Jamie's-
do put gerbils up their ass.
Then my second question:
Guys.
have you put a gerbil in your ass?
In hers. Jamie's the coolest woman on the fucking planet.
And she is a woman, right?
yes.
Okay, there you go. It's official, dude.
I did
Giannis'
ask her.
This
concern is over
podcast
that.
is finally going viral.
I've literally never heard this before, by the way.
Huh?
I've never heard this before.
You've never
Maybe
heard the
because she
rumor
was-
that Jamie Lee Curtis has a penis?
No.
Dude,
Jamie
that's
Lee
been
Curtis
around
is
since
my-
the fucking 80s, man.
Yeah.
Do you guys, let me ask you this about comedy. Like, do you guys work out stuff? Like, you can. This is like working out stuff. Like, will you take something
No.
and put
From
it in
this?
your act?
I never
Probably
I mean,
not.
not today maybe, but I mean, just in
Never
general.
I never take anything from the podcast.
No,
But
I mean, I
you
have. You know
must.
what's so funny? I have.
I'm lying, probably.
But
yeah,
it's a
you
great
are,
place to-
absolutely
Yeah,
are. Of course
fucking
you are. Yeah,
lying.
this is
a great place to work out.
A
Work
piece of it
stuff, right?
adds stuff to other stuff, but I
Right.
will say, a joke I did on you and DeStefano's old show, History Hyenas, ended up later getting into into my last special.
Yeah.
The joke about
There you go.
build a
See?
wall. Trump said build a wall, build a
That
maze.
was great. That was such a good joke. I remembered it.
Yeah,
Is
that was
your
on
joke?
your
Yeah.
that was on History Hyenas when
Yeah,
you guys did
that's
it.
when you did-
And I
you
remember
said-
we
yeah.
said that we were fucking
It
around.
was such a good joke.
And that night,
He said, "Make them work for it," and then you can
Yeah.
whoever get so
Get
that
it
if you
to
make
the
it, like
maze.
this guy's a compliment.
And that
Right.
came out of just ad-libbing on a podcast.
we were fucking around having a good time, and we were humming, man. That day we were humming, and I remember saying, "I think I'm going to try that at the Cellar tonight." And you guys were like, "Do it."
Yeah.
And I went and did it, and it worked, and it ended up streaming through, and then I added a whole big chunk to it. But that was one of the first things. But we do take little things, and then
because
we
you
move
could
with
bomb like if you to work out stuff, you could go on stage for 20 minutes and do shit, and it's not good.
You're
You
gonna
can do
wi-
shit
well,
here,
you gotta.
right?
I do like working through stuff on stage at the club. It does feel good.
I do it all on stage.
It's fun.
Yeah, yeah.
I
But
think people have this weird fear that it's like you don't want to get up there and not be able to fucking kill, and you're like, well, I have to work. I have to work it out to get it to a place where it's going to be good. As long as you like slowly slide in new shit, you do shit that works. You slide in new shit.
And you guys are such pros. You know, like, okay, I did little stuff that's not working. Now I'm going to give them this.
I also
Yeah,
think
make
they
switch
like to
gears,
see it.
switch gears,
I
yeah.
I know they like to see it. I mean, I've had audience members say that they're like, I love to watch comics as they're building the thing.
But you can build here. This thing that I think I'm doing is because as you guys know, maybe
Who are you doing it with? Josh
I
Peck?
can't tell you now, but the
You can't. Come on, break something on here.
was
Jamie,
it?
you didn't break the.
What was the guy's
break
name? The
something.
Nickelodeon documentary was about. What was that guy?
Drake and Josh.
Drake and Josh.
No, the guy.
Josh is a
the
great
fat guy.
guy,
The
a friend
fat
of
guy
mine.
that touched everybody. What was his name?
He didn't touch anybody. I guess.
didn't?
You know, he's suing the thing. Now. I'm not defending.
I
him
don't
by
know anything
any
about
means.
it. I didn't watch it. I don't know anything about
I
it.
didn't watch it either, but
Yeah.
I just saw the internet.
yeah.
Fascinating. By the way,
Yeah.
that guy.
But
just
it's
found
a
out
big deal.
Is there's
Drake Bell got fucking raped, right?
Yeah, there's 2 or 3
Can't say that word.
pedophiles on there.
Drake, he got
They got- he
unconsensually
cut it.
fucked.
Yeah.
Can they say that?
Wait, so that guy's suing Nickelodeon?
The one guy, yeah, who actually I just found out. Josh told me he lives in my neighborhood and lives very close
No
to.
shit.
Yeah, but
In
I've known him over
Inglewood?
the
You
years.
guys live in Inglewood together?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Can you imagine Stamos and
Give me a
Compton?
fucking chat.
I used to.
Can you imagine if the fucking Crips were like, Stamos? He's like, what's up, son?
West Side.
Yeah.
It'd be amazing if Stamos was a blood. We found out
That
Stamos-
would be great. That would be.
I'm not.
No,
a
he's a
blood,
Crip
but-
today.
yeah.
You're Cripping today
I'm not a
pretty
blood,
hard.
but
Don't do it.
Don't do
it.
Rockefeller. Is that the Rockefeller Diamond?
No, he's doing the Illuminati thing.
Oh, the Illuminati.
That's giving the
Yeah,
internet what it
yeah,
wants.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is
You
there an
started that.
Illuminati? Let's get the people. People want to know. Is there an Illuminati?
well, yeah.
Does Tom Hanks have a keg in his basement of different type of boy blood you can drink?
He does these. You know, he does these great Greek
Come on,
characters.
tell the people,
and
yes
I-
or no?
And I had him do it for Tom and Reed. We were in Greece. Remember, and you did that great video.
You were in
for
Greece with
everybody?
Tom Hanks doing characters for him?
Yeah, I saw.
So you drink some of the blood too, bitch.
he wasn't there.
and you got to scare him first.
He's got to laugh at those kind of conspiracies, right? Does he know that that's
You got to go down first and go boo, and you scare him, and then the adrenaline gets released, and then
When he puts back on
but
his
you got to
mask?
scare the kids, which is fun. So you do like a purge thing first. They get scared. They're hooked up. You drink.
He
and
doesn't-
then you're
The Illuminati that Cat Williams has said that everybody is involved. I would love to see it. I do want to see it.
Yeah.
I know
What?
it's not real because
The Illuminati?
I feel like I would have snuck into
Yeah.
it.
There's nothing to see.
Where is it?
It just
Everywhere?
is, yeah.
Yeah, it just says you.
Well,
Can't
who's
drink.
running it?
Yeah.
Stern has said it was me.
Howard Stern?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you the guy?
No, I'm saying he said it. I don't know.
Oh, he says you're the guy behind
All
it.
right, you're close to Howard Stern.
Yeah.
I'll say this. What's interesting about Howard Stern's thing, and I know this is like
Did you see the Biden?
the Biden interview?
Yeah.
I
He
watched
took a
clips
lot of
of
heat
it.
for that too.
Yeah, he should. It was a little strange.
No, it wasn't.
It was a little strange.
Why?
I don't know. He was very like kiss assy to him. It was a little strange.
What would you? Oh, Biden came in here right now. You start hammering.
I
him
wouldn't
about
kiss
shit?
his ass now.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on.
Well, I certainly wouldn't have the hum of these lights. They'd put him to sleep. But I fucking no. I just think what's weird about the Stern thing over the years since I was watching as a kid,
Right.
is everybody matures, everybody changes, and that's good. But it is weird when he gets extremely political on that show because I'm like, you're the guy that made girls sit on a Sybian. Like, fucking, let's tone it down a little bit. When he gets very hardcore political, I'm like, come on, dude. What do you, like, you made girls masturbate live on air.
Right, he was
What does
very
one have to do with the other?
He's got daughters, I think.
Well, no, I'm saying because you were so politically incorrect, then he got so politically correct that you're like, this is a huge pendulum swing.
I turned it on yesterday, and there was a bit with me on there trying to get Debbie the cum lady to get high pitch Eric to come. He's still.
I know, but so I'm saying then when you go from that to being like, hey man, don't fucking fuck around during COVID. You're like, all right, dude, relax.
Did COVID break his brain a little bit? I don't listen to it, but my friend does, and he says that COVID, like he's still like scared of it and stuff. Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, he's 70.
It's not that bad.
He turned 70.
It tickles a little bit.
Well, you've had it a few times. You've gone to that restaurant.
I've had it a few times. Yeah.
You know, Howard for the
But
longest
you know what
time,
I
though-
mean by that, right, John?
Yeah,
like,
sort of,
like it's like I don't. It's not a disrespecting. I just like I like the guy. I just don't like it when I think his best shit was when he was the most free. And didn't care.
Yeah,
But
well, he
but when
doesn't.
we all get on our high horse and tell people how to think, I always go like, oh come on,
I think
man,
he avoided
fucking-
that for a long time, as long
Yeah.
as he could.
And
I
you
mean,
should.
And he, you know, the
And he
longest
did it.
time I remember saying, I remember asking them, and Gary's like, what is he? How come he's not bashing Trump? And he, you know, I sat next to Trump at his wedding, at Howard's wedding.
Yeah, they were good friends.
Yeah, they weren't good.
Well,
friends,
he
but-
had him
Well,
on the
you know
show.
what I mean. He had him on the show so
Right.
much.
But why? You know, and he kept it cool for a long time about Trump.
Everyone used to love Trump, right? Or I don't know. Did they?
He was on Howard Stern fucking all the time. They talked about it. He was a guest on the show.
He
all
was
the
like
time.
one of the guests that was on so much.
So much. Yeah. He was a personality of the show.
Yeah.
Which obviously people change, times change. That's fine, but you know, I don't know. I liked how the Howard shooting at the sky was way more fun to me. Him when Howard was like when he was the way that like Hunter S. Thompson lived. Like that's kind of how Howard's comedy
Well,
was.
where's
It was
Hunter S.
fucking
Thompson?
absurd.
Dead. Like, you know, Howard wants to live.
He's gonna die too.
Who?
All of us.
I don't think so.
You see, he does have the keg.
He does have the fucking.
You have
well, he
the
didn't answer the
No,
question.
he's doing it again.
What?
You didn't
I'm
answer the
fixing my-
question.
What?
Does Tom
In Lake
does Tom
Como-
Hanks drink adrenochrome?
You know, I was doing something. I was in.
The people fucking want to know who are watching this right now.
Yeah.
It
This will be on fucking
Yeah,
60
they
minutes.
don't want to know about my Patreon. They want to know that answer.
They do want to know about the Patreon, and that is, of course, patreon.com/Yannis Pappas Live.
Yes.
I get it. I pay for it too, Giannis. You know that?
How much you charge?
It's not that much.
It's $5.
It's great.
Is there a higher tier?
No, it's just $5.
I do like that.
I'm
That there's
fucking
one.
$5.
The one
Do you
tier.
have
is
one?
I'm a dollar store fucking Patreons.
Well,
And
don't
you
say
know
like
what?
the dollar store is real toxic, so don't do that. You're a $5
dollar pizza.
store.
Dollar
Dollar
pizza.
pizza. Yeah.
Dollar pizza. I'm
Which is
Dollarama.
now dollar pizza, which is now $1.50.
It's $1.50 now. Yeah. It's like
always
when you go to
think-
the dollar store. There's nothing that's the dollar.
It's so sad.
It's just everything's a lie.
Everything is a lie. What
Yeah.
not a lie, John Stamos? In this society, what isn't a lie?
Yeah. What
you're gay?
isn't a lie? What is
Huh?
true?
That I'm
you're
gay?
gay? Yeah.
That is not a lie.
That is not
That
a
is
lie.
That
not
was
a
a
lie.
stupid joke.
No,
Yeah.
it's a good joke because
Yeah.
it's true. I did kiss you, and he goes, "Ooh, he really kissed me."
Yeah.
I liked it.
I'll kiss you all fucking.
He's
day
upset
long.
about the. He's upset about his fucking Stern thing. He's friends
No,
with
no, no,
Stern.
no.
You're
No.
speaking freely though. You're just saying you don't think you don't think anyone should tell anyone what to fucking think.
No, I
said that earlier myself.
I love
I
this
like
guy. This fucking
how-
episode's gonna be huge.
I like Howard Stern. And my point was, I liked Howard Stern because it wasn't.
You're basically saying shut up and dribble.
It wasn't a political
No,
show.
no. There
No, it
was
wasn't a
something-
political show. Is what I liked about it.
Right.
Was
gotcha.
interesting
When it
too-
got political is when I fucking got turned off to it because I don't care. I just want to fucking. Again, I want to hear him have fun with fucking lunatics.
He still does.
Yeah, but I just don't want the other shit.
You
I'm just like,
listen.
get the fuck out of here. That stuff. I don't like it.
You know,
but
if
I
you-
don't. That's not a disrespect to him. That's not a shot at him. Even though he did shoot at all podcasters pretty fucking hard.
He did.
Well, he started it, but he was the
He
first.
did shoot it down.
I know,
yeah.
but who cares
4
if he was the
hours,
first
the
fucking?
guy-
That's like
4
that's
hours
like,
a day.
But that's like fucking Jordan being like, Anthony Edwards has no fucking has no business in
It's
my
all
game.
these female basketball players now hating on Caitlin Clark.
I think
Same
he,
shit.
Yeah,
You're
it's
like,
like,
what do you-
why
what
are
do
you
you-
doing that? She's about to make you all millionaires.
And what do you care?
Yeah, what do you care?
I think he's changed his tune on podcasters though.
He had to because the world changed. It was almost like, I think he didn't buy into us, and then he saw that it was relevant, and he was like, well, maybe that is legit. Which again, I said, people change. We all go, I like this, and now, and then 5 years later, you go,
Well, right.
I don't mind it.
And you fill an hour a day sometimes. This guy's 4 hours every day for
It's
a long
amazing
time.
what he does.
It's a lot.
And
And
he's
there's
also,
certain-
I think he's the best interviewer. He's such a good interviewer.
Well, he's,
Well, that's where he's at his best.
Yeah, he's so good at interview. And also 4 hours a day for so long, it's crazy that he
It's
he
too
built
much.
the whole world.
well,
It's a lot. I know it's a lot for anybody.
Yeah.
But
and
no,
he's
I still
done it.
like him. Don't be upset about it, John.
I'm not
We're
upset,
still gonna be
but I'm
friends
going to
just
tell
because you're
Howard
upset
that I'm
about
going to
it.
text him right now.
Text him.
You
He
know
doesn't know who
this
the
guy?
fuck I am. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
He'll go,
He's
who? Who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
He's the
I like
greatest.
this
Oh, wait,
fucking
look at
throwing a
this.
little heat at the old guard. I like it.
Well, because it is the Caitlin Clark of it all, where you're like,
Yeah.
By the
was
way,
it Dawn Staley? Who was it? No,
It was a bunch of them. Tarazi, they all
Well,
threw
here's what I
shots.
do like.
They
No,
all
no,
put
the
shots
Diana
on her.
Taurasi thing of her. I like people who are in. It's like when Kevin Durant talks shit about a new young guy.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's
Yeah.
fun competition.
Yeah.
It got weird when sometimes they're like, when they're kind of like fucking it off.
Well, here's the thing also.
You want to invoke competition.
She exposed what they were doing that wasn't working, right? Because all they were doing was yelling at everyone and yelling at men for not watching.
Right.
And
She
they
was
were going,
like, "I'll
why are you
just
not
play good
watching?"
basketball.
She inspired people to watch. And so I think that that's one of those things that, like, it's hard for them to look at themselves and go, oh, she's doing it right. She's just inspiring with her play. And
Well, did they
Was it 'cause
turn?
she
they're
was
just
white,
going like
too? Was
they're
it
just
Well,
going.
they turned it into it
they're just
because
going,
she
we
was
want
white."
equal pay. We want to. It's like, all right, well, you're screaming at us.
Yeah, but they turned it into because she was white, which is an unfair argument, by the way, because I don't give a fuck what color she was. She could be blue or green. She's the greatest female college shooter.
yeah, well, you got to think about it.
Numbers are numbers. If you were the best college shooter of all time, it didn't matter if you were fucking cross-eyed. If you were,
It's not-
If you didn't
yeah.
matter if you were Giannis.
Yeah. It's not like, yeah. I
No,
mean,
but that can't be about race because it's
not
you're the best, right?
Look-
like it's
look-
not like
And look at the other players: Steph, Jordan. All these people made those sports. They weren't white,
Right.
You know, so it has none of. The thing is, there's no dunking in the WNBA or women's
Yet.
basketball
Yet.
and there never will be. Like,
No,
let's
there's a
be
little
honest.
trampoline they're gonna
Yeah,
put in
I
the-
mean,
they'll put a
that
little
would fucking help. But deep bombs, when you shoot for deep, she's like the
She's
Steph.
shooting 50-footers,
People love
yeah.
the deep balls, so she inspired just with her play, just how far she's shooting. People are going, wow. So that's like a dunk in
the
female
level of
basketball.
respect that she commanded was just from play. And to me, it doesn't fucking matter what color you are. Proof is proof that you're like, well, that's just because of this. And at some point, they can't say that anymore because you're like, no, man, the numbers are just real.
Yeah, I mean, look, it doesn't hurt that she's white. I mean, the majority of the country is white. White people do love rooting for a white guy. I mean, let's be honest.
you guys
There's
aren't
a such-
political. You're racist.
No, he is, not me.
Yeah. But no, white people secretly root for the white athlete.
Did you
I think
see,
'cause
well,
it's the
in-
underdog.
in
It's the
basketball
in basketball, yeah,
especially,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's-
You're
And there's some diversity hires in fucking basketball. I always wanted to ask JJ Redick, do you feel like you were a diversity hire?
Oh, he's one of the best shooters, man. Don't
Is
shoot
he?
at that guy. He's incredible.
He
that guy
loves
was
shooting at other people. So now you're shooting at
Well,
Stern.
on-
I'm shooting at JJ Redick.
on his podcast. He does.
He
yeah.
he really
does.
loves the controversy.
I know,
For
it
a
is fun.
Christian, he fucking brings it.
But that's what gets
So
clipped.
were you a diversity hire? I mean, you weren't that good. You didn't have range. You were undersized for the two. You had no one skills. What the fuck were you doing in the NBA so long? You tell me there wasn't a black guy who could score fucking 14 points and shoot 33% from the fucking 3-point line? Get the fuck out of here.
Yannis
This is when
Pappas
he's the
Live.
best.
Patreon.com/Yannis
This is when
Pappas
he's
Live.
at his best.
You're
Your stream of
diversity hire,
conscious stuff
JJ
is
Redick.
genius.
Close your mouth. We're going with some hot takes with John Stamos.
Hot takes with John
We're here
Stamos.
to ruin John Stamos' career.
Good
Well,
luck.
we're doing it.
He's his improv skills are close to Robin Williams, I say, and I mean that.
Jesus
when he
Christ, you
goes
don't
on
do
a
that.
when
Yeah,
he goes
that's
on a
tough.
stream
Don't
of
do that.
conscious,
That is
I
tough.
don't care, man. I don't
The
care.
comments are going to light up.
Yeah.
Do you remember my show, Big Show, the basketball show I had where I played the coach?
I did, and I watched the whole thing.
I remember that.
I wish
You
that was
forced
still on
me
because
to.
that we were always pushing how important women basketball was and how they got the short
I
end of the
always
stick
loved
and the
women's
prizes,
basketball.
the money, and the. Not to switch the subject and save you guys, but McGrath loves you.
Oh,
He
really?
said,
tell
bro,
him.
I'm such a huge fan of his. I was
Wait,
so
Mark
stoked.
McGrath from I
Really?
Just Want to Fly?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're neighbors now.
Let's call him. You want to?
Yeah.
Yeah, ring him up.
Yeah.
Video? It doesn't matter.
Whatever you want to do. But make sure you tell him he's on the podcast. I don't want him to. We can always edit it out.
By the way, dude, you're great in that show. And I'm not just
one?
saying that to be funny. Big Shot.
Oh, okay.
yeah. It
Disney
was a good
pulled it-
show, too.
Disney
Big
pulled
Shot,
it
yeah.
off the-
Big Shot.
I do nothing about sports. You guys would have been so much better.
Caitlin Clark, by the way, it was because she was white.
Let's talk frankly.
Oh, she's fucking great. It's
No,
undeniable.
it's because she inspired people with
You're,
her play. The
yeah.
deep bombs.
Hey
Deep
guys,
bombs.
Yeah.
I'm just so you know, you're on a podcast.
We can edit it out.
We can edit it out. Say hi to your neighbor, Andrew.
What's up, brother? I gotta come see you. I'm excited. I'm gonna drop by your house. I'll drop off. What do you like to eat or drink? I'll go get it.
Vagina.
Oh, come on, John.
Giannis. Sorry. Do you know Yannis Pappas, the Greek comic too?
He's fucking phenomenal.
Nice. I like that.
I will bore the shit out of your podcast with my fandom.
No, you're not. Hey, well,
like it.
I'm gonna say this. John's gonna connect us so you and I can get together. I can't wait to see you.
Hey, bro, I'd be honored, Andrew. Really, man. I look forward to meeting you, man.
My man, dude.
These guys, I was
great.
just telling them how great you are, and I was telling them about what we did the other day, Sunday. Wasn't that like almost like a religious experience? Like,
It's funny you say that, and people throw that around a
lot, especially with the music for the Beach Boys, who have sort of a religious experience associated with
Make
the
it
music.
louder.
But something about that night, dude, and the elevation in that crowd was just stunning. And it was the best vocal performance I've ever seen John Stamos give of an amazing, very emotional song called Forever.
Wow.
So, yeah,
Whoa.
John's a decent actor. He's a decent-looking guy, blah, blah, blah. He's a hell of a musician, songwriter, singer. Love the dude.
But thank you. But you were perfect that night because he's played with us quite, a bunch, and it's always like we always look forward to it. But he's so fucking good on stage, man, and he takes up some
true
of the
performer.
He's a true performer. Yeah. And I was so bummed that we didn't get to do Fly. I said, "Are we doing Fly?" He said, "No, we don't have time." I'm like, "Let me take care of this." Hey, Mike, we got to do Fly. He goes, "We don't have time." I said, "Okay, Mike, fuck Fly." It was that fast, but but I was bummed. But we did it at the Greek last summer, and it was 2 summers ago. It was so cool.
Wait, John, I'm going to correct you. We did that at the Hollywood Bowl.
John, come on, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Greek. It was the Greek.
More exciting, And for me, though, it was a truncated, expedited Beach Boys set. There was only 60 minutes. So I didn't want to bum out the real Beach Boys fans with, "Hey, guys, here's the guy with frosted tips. We're going to sing now."
Here's Mark's only problem. He's too fucking humble. He beats himself up too much, and people.
We wish you would do that to yourself.
Yeah, we
more,
wish
John.
you would do
No, I
that a
should.
little bit
Yeah,
more.
you should beat yourself up,
He
John.
learned
I mean, you come in
He
here.
learned it from me. Fuck off.
Yeah.
But he's more he puts himself down too much, and I.
No, you're phenomenal, dude, and we love you, and I can't wait to link with you, brother.
Yeah, big fan.
Love you, man.
Big fan.
Appreciate you, dude.
You guys made my day, man. I can't wait to hang with you guys, and I appreciate the time. John, I love you.
I love you too,
Keep
man.
doing up the great work, man.
Thank you,
too.
dude.
Podcast.
We're
Later,
coming
dude.
over after this.
Hey, buddy.
Incredible.
Mark McGrath is
Good
great.
dude.
Yeah.
He's a great, and he makes up too much for being like whatever. Oh, I suck. I'm this. I'm like, stop it, man.
Does
Stop
he
it.
have a problem with like we were talking about? Is I just want to fly like a thing he hates? Like when people
No,
say,
he sings all the time.
Yeah.
He played with us at the Hollywood Bowl, but he didn't. We didn't do Fly there either. We did it at the Greek. So he,
Pull that mic down a little bit. We want to see your fucking face. You can't
Yeah.
hide that. His should be fucking up above.
I'm tired today. I stayed up too late.
No, what do you mean? What are you staying up
guys
late
stay up?
doing? I stay up late all the time. We don't go to bed.
What time? Yeah,
First of
he
all,
does.
we're comics, and he has kids. You're never asleep.
Yeah, I love my kids so much.
Yeah, right. Isn't it beautiful?
Both of them, though.
I did- one of them more than the other.
Of course, there's
Yeah,
always
you gotta
one.
pick a favorite. You can't help it.
What are you
work-
so tired staying up at night doing? What's John Stamos doing at midnight? What are you doing at midnight?
There's just so much to do.
It's so not exciting. Probably it's the funny thing about it.
No,
People
there's
think it's
something at midnight that
exciting.
you're doing.
What are you doing at night?
Writing and painting. I've started painting. And,
Eating? Do you eat at night?
Yeah, I don't eat all day, and then I eat
I know,
at
I can
night.
tell that. You seem like a guy that drinks coffee and then you eat.
Can Santino come over one time and you make pizzas? And
Yeah.
he has a pizza maker in the back. It's
You got a brick oven?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so fucking awesome.
800 degrees? 1,000 degrees?
He's also got like fucking cool shit. He's got Elvis's sunglasses. He's got
Invite me
a
the
tin
fuck
of my
over, John.
Zin.
I'd love to. We texted recently. He's like, I'm out of town. I'm out of town.
No, I have been
Right?
out of town. He knows
That's
I'm
good.
leaving for Phoenix fucking in like 6 hours.
Oh, you are?
I have to come and go because I'm working out this hour, so I have to be. I'm out of town for the next 6 weeks. I go to Abu Dhabi, by the way. Yeah, I cannot wait.
How
I'm going
much you getting paid for that?
I will be on stage. They're going to throw gold bullion at me. How
He
much am
does
I
a lot
getting
of
paid
good
for
accents,
it?
but that's
I'm
not
getting
one of them.
paid. I think they're going to pay me. I think I get one. I get a Ferrari,
And a virgin.
Yeah.
a Camel, 17 virgins. I'm allowed to stone one guy. I said I could. In our contract, we try to get 2
Bring the
stonings
Greek.
in there.
Bring
but-
the Giannis.
Did you see Dubai underwater? Just
Yeah,
all those
and you see
fucking
how fast they
Ferraris
cleared it
floating.
out? You see how fast they cleared it out?
Cleared it out quick, right?
Within 24 hours, they cleared out how flooded it was.
It's because they were creating rain, right?
Yeah, they're rain seeding, cloud seeding.
Yeah, whoops, they overdid it a little bit.
Well, hey man, hey, it seems like a theme over there.
Yeah.
Listen, all right, we got to end this episode because John's got to go. John, you got to go, dude.
Yeah.
You got to go.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to spend time with you guys. Thanks.
This was
It was
fucking
fun.
phenomenal, and I will say
hope
this:
we-
I lost a friend yesterday, and this made my morning. This was amazing. I'm happy. I told him off camera. Yeah, we lost a friend of ours yesterday, and it was
And I
fucking
said,
awesome.
Don't die on me.
Don't open
Don't
with a
you
joke.
go dying
go
on me.
dying on
Don't
me.
go dying on me. And yet he did.
He did.
What?
But-
What could? Will you
God
tell
bless
me?
the dead. No, we're figuring it out. But look.
Young guy.
I mean, 50 something. Yeah,
That's-
young.
yeah.
That's pretty fucking
I'm
young
sorry, man.
on the
That's-
scale of life. Yeah.
That's why you got to be humble. That's why you got to enjoy yourself.
You gotta
because
enjoy
we're
it.
all
Well, that's why
just
my wife
fucking on
said.
a rock.
Well,
yeah,
my wife
man.
said, "Do you
It's-
want to cancel the podcast last night when I got home?" Because I was fucking.
This podcast today.
Yeah, last night I got home and I got the news, and she was like, just cancel the morning tomorrow. They'll understand.
But it cheers you up to hang out with people.
And then
yeah.
I thought, no, fuck that. I'd rather get a coffee, go hang out, see the boys. It'll just make it a little bit easier today. And then I'm going to see a bunch of our friends this afternoon to go do a little thing anyway. So I thought, no, if I sit around and mope and not give levity to it, then it's going to fucking be sadder.
Well, the Greeks say, may his memory be eternal.
I love that. Look
I
into
like
that
that.
camera and
I
say
really-
that one more time.
May his memory be eternal.
That's beautiful. But but grieve though. Don't laugh it off.
No, we
forever.
would no. Look,
It's
there's plenty of
fresh,
time
huh?
for that. There's plenty of time for that. But for right now, I want to fucking see my boys. So
Yeah.
thank you guys. I appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
May his life be eternal.
May his memory
May
be
his
eternal.
memory be eternal.
It's
And then
perfect.
John, you have to say one quote into that camera. Go ahead. Say
Don't go
something.
dying on me, Andrew's friend.
In here, we pour whisk, 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 whisk.
You were that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
You owe me $5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Gingers? Oh, hell no.
This whiskey is excellent.
Ginger. I like gingers.